これ、こるあ、こんばんは。これ。あ、どうも皆さん、こんばんは。どうも。深夜ですのでね。気持ちを落ち着かせてくださいね。フェン様すごかったね。めっちゃ強いんだね。あ、どうも皆さん、どうも。この、切り抜き禁止ですのでね。お願いしますね。よろしくお願いしますね。こんぐらいでかい方がいいかな。どんぐらいの音が好き？マックスが好き？いいよ、マックスで。じゃあ私は調整できるからマックスでいいよ。ストリートファイター6カミングアップ。あ、20分やって。これでも多分本編戦始まったら多分あれや、ちょいデカオンになると思う。多分体型だからちょっとちっちゃいんじゃないかな。19分19分から19分後だ。フェンリッチさん2冠って何？もう一個何？ブレイブルー。全部強いんだ。すごいね。おー、ポポポロポポポロポポポロポポポロポにゃ。すごいね。全部強いのすごいね。なんか混ざったりしないのかな。ルーザーズか6座で優勝。すげえ。マジで混ざんないの？混ざんないの？私、混ざるけどな。うわー、パリなかったとかないの？あ、全部パリあったりするのかな？わかんない。私、ブレイブルーも全然わかんないから、システム。起き上がりでリリバしちゃったとかないの？ね、私だったらめっちゃ混ざるけどな。すごいな。対空技間違っちゃったとかもない。すげえな。最速技、立ちだったけど、こっちはしゃがみだったみたいなのないの？そんな暇ないんだ。モカさんあるあるやめて。いいじゃん、私のあるある言ってていいじゃん、別に。いいじゃん。だってこの後17分、この後17分なのがいいじゃん。あ、ごめん。ごめん。配信開始してるか、確認するやつを開いたら、音が鳴ってもうた。ツイートするか。あと16分です。ってことは、あと16分後って何時？ 27 分開始ってことこれ。16分でも40秒だ。ちょっと待って、16分40。27分頃。27分頃か。1時27頃。 すごいコメントありがとう。すごいいいコメントありがとう。もう30、でもさ、30分頃って書いてさ、全部見たかったのに人いたらさ、あれだから、私は、でもさ、今ツイートするのに1分ぐらいかかって、今ちょっと待ってね。でも開始時間は変わんないのか、タイマーが進んでも。ははははは。ちょっと待って。更新しとくか、一応。ごめん。今合わせてる人いたら、本当にすまない。今から合わせてくれ。ボンさん、これさ、どっちから始まる？ウィナーズから来る？これ。ウィナーズから来るよね、だいたいね。メイン。そう。これは EWC の出場権。1枠だよね。1枠を争う大会。ね、みなずんね。うわー。でも、あと14分あるから、一旦耐えられないか、そのことを考えると。みんな、今のうちにさ、コンビニとかさ、行ってさ、お菓子とか買ってきた方がいいぞ、きっと。もう用意できてる。私も帰りコンビニに寄って、買ってきたわ、いろいろ。風呂入ってくる。なんと私はもうお風呂に入りました。準備万端です。すべての準備が整っております。お風呂にも入ってコンビニに行って買い物もしてきました。こんなことがあるでしょうか？王様も勝ち残って、立川さんも勝ち残って、日本勢もね、いっぱいいて、相良さんも、ね、こっちさんもいて、こんなことがあるでしょうか？もう見るしかないんですよ、これ。歯は磨いてないけど。見るしかないね。トレも起動した。まあ、大丈夫。12分あるから大丈夫。全然大丈夫だよ。スト6って結構頻繁に大会あるんだよね。シーズンの時はめちゃくちゃあるんじゃない？大会。しかも、プロシーンだけじゃないから今いっぱい大会あるの。もう一年を通して、どの時期も大会あるぐらいありそう。そう。この大会終わったら次コンボブレーカーよな。プロシーンはね、こっからもう、休む暇もなく、ね、いっぱい海外の大会があって、そっから SFL があって、もう来年になってって感じだろうね。だって、フライトで、だいぶ、疲れそうだけどな。すごいよね。時差7時間だっけ？ ベルギー。フライトは14時間ぐらいなの？何すんだろう、14時間。時差7時間ってことは向こう何時これ。私が考えるとバカにされるから、私はもう考えない。コメントに計算させる。今18時か。あ、めっちゃいい時間じゃん。めっちゃいい時間やな。やっぱ、早すぎてもさ、あんま体が起きないから、対戦できない。立ち回りは賢い。そうでしょ。立ち回りは？あ、立ち回り賢いだった。ごめん、勝手になんか言われてんのかと思って、わって接続詞つけちゃったわ。時野さん飛行機内でストークやってた。マジか。すごいな。私も、スイッチ2欲しいな。スイッチ2でやってたんかな？飛行機内で即やりたいよね。そんなにフライトの時間あるんだったら。でも確かになんかバチバチはできないで、多分、きっと。なんかそっと、あれじゃない、リプレイ見るとかなんじゃない？あ、まだ発売してないのか。抽選が出てない気が。まだ発売してないの？早く欲しい。やっぱ寝っ転がってリプレイとか見れるのは最高だよ。あ、ノート PC か。リバレースは多分機内には持ち込まないと思う。あ、そうか。やるじゃなかったら持ち込めるか。でも手荷物、でかいよな。持ち込みはできるか。持ち込むことはできるけど、なんか、触ってたらやばいよね。バチバチバチバチ。バチバチバチバチバチ。この音でしょ。ファーストクラス投げに行ける。ファーストクラスってさ、ファーストクラスってすごい高いやつ。なんかそんなイメージある。なんかもう、すんごい、百万のイメージある。やばいやつ。でもさ、なんかさ、ファーストクラスとさ、その、普通の席のさ、間があるってことを知った。最近。あ、ビジネスがあるんだ。ビジネスはさ、どんぐらいなの？どんな感じなの？みんな何で行ってるんなら、その、海外回ってる人たちは。飛行機乗ったことあるよ。あるよ。初めて飛行機乗った時はマジで神に祈ってたね。本当にどうか無事にどうか無事についてください。みんなエコノミーなんだ。飛行機じゃん。海外はね、私行ったことないんだよね。着陸するとき耳痛くなんないけど、なんか上空にいるときは変になるよね、耳。空一番安全。 そう、なんか友達に言われたわ。空の方が、そういうの少ないよ、みたいな。車の方が、みたいな。言われたわ。そう、立川さんのさ、なんか、なんだっけ。会場行く前の配信みたいな立川さんやってたんだけど、なんかビール美味しいらしいじゃん、ベルギー。普通に私、ビール、そんな飲めないけど、飲んでみたい。味が違うのかな？苦くないとかそういうこと？苦いは苦いの？味が全然違うのかな水より安い、本当にビールの美味しさって確かにどういう美味しさなんだろう。ベルギーの飲みやすい。飲んでみたいなぁ。飲んでみたいな。ビールはでも美味しいってなったことないけど、苦い苦いってなったことしかないけど。ベルギー旅行、いや、無理だよ。無理だよ。なんか、ベルギーの達人みたいな人いないと無理や。怖い。なんか、その国の常識みたいのを知らないと行くの怖い。行くならめっちゃ調べてから行くな、多分。だってこっちの常識がさ、向こうではみたいなことあるじゃん。まず英語喋れないと終わる。そうでしょ。絶対翻訳のしてくれる人いないと無理。パスポート切れてないってか、作ったことない。パスポートない。パスポート、海外行かないと作らないよね。そうだよね。そう、ジェスチャー系はやっぱ危ないっしょ。ベルギーダイヤモンドサンですってもう分かりにくい。どの辺で、そのどういうランクなのそれ。一体どこまであるの？レジェンドまである？ダイヤモンドサンですとか言って。ストロークで考えたらいいの？慎重派なんだね。でもさ、聞き取れなかったらやっぱ怖いじゃん。でも私さ、なんか友達の誕生日でさ、ゲーセン行ったんだよね。なんだっけ、アーケードなんかのゲームの、アーケードっていうのがやってたら、なんか海外の人が、座っていいですかみたいな。言って、なんか協力プレイした。一緒に協力プレイした。で、なんかそのゲーム全然知らないから私、普通に負けて、その海外の人一人ぼっちになって、しかも私もうちょっと時間あるんで行かなきゃいけないんですよね、みたいな感じになって、ありがとうございます。センキューって言って、ハイタッチして、バイバイってした。そう、マジでこんなことあるんっていうことが起きた。めっちゃ気まずかった。めっちゃ気まずかったんだけど、もうほんと時間なかったの夜だったから。帰れなくなっちゃうから家にさ。でもその座っていいですかって英語も聞き取れなかった。 なんかよくわかんないけど、これ、はいってよくわかんないけど、はいって言って、さ、座ったから、そういう意味か、みたいな。そう、英語だった。なんかそういうのいいよな。ゲーセンでさ、初対面の人とさ、喋れるってすごいよな。なんかまだそういう感じあるんだと思って。海外はマジで行けない。英語だった。確かに今なんかさ、増えたけど確かに。なんでもよくわかんなくてイエスって言っちゃう前に行かない方がいいだろうね。車の免許も同じ理由で取ってないから、私が運転するとまずいと思って。自衛だよ、自衛。電線で喋りかけられたらでも喋りかけられたら喋るくない？ゲーセン行くことないからな。でも今のゲーセンは、あんのかな？今のゲーセンもなんかさ、よくみんなが言う昔話みたいな感じの、になってることってあるのかな？なんかプロの人がよく言うやん。名前知らないけど、よく、この人はゲーセンにいるなーみたいな。もうないか。ほぼ喋らず2日間フィリピンに行きましたよ。すごくない？いけるとかじゃなくて、きっとあなたがすごいですよ、それは。すげえなぁ。行ってみたいけどね、でも人生で1回ぐらいは。1回とは言わず、1回行ったらでもハマりそう。なんか今何からやればいいかわかんないからさ。ハワイとか行ってみたいよね。でもハワイってなんか結構遠いやん。あれ遠くないの？なんか、ずっと前、地図見たら遠かった。そう、日本語通じるらしいからなんかさ、初手ハワイはめっちゃいいなと思う。物価やばい。あ、そうなの？海外行きたくねって感じだったけど、1回行ったらハマってもう10回以上行ってる。いや、まあそうよね。ハマりそう。でも私はね、行きたくないとかじゃなくて、いや、行きたいんだけど、フライトが、まださ、ヘナチョコだから体力が。ムキムキにならないとそのフライトに耐えきれなそう。やっぱ合計ぐらいの体つきにならないと。着いた頃にはヘニョヘニョになってる。アニメでよくある髪ぐらいのペラペラさになってるわ。筋肉は裏で筋肉は輝くだよ。うん。そうだよね。お金もさ、覚えなきゃいけない。待って、あと48の分。46秒、45秒、44秒、43秒。今そんなに体力ないの？割とないかも。なんか、やっと普通ぐらいになった気がする。ねえ、これ初手ボン様ってことこれ。やばい。応援しよう、みんなで。どうしよう。優勝したらどうしよう、みんな。みんな頑張れ。みんな頑張れ。 優勝したらやばいよね。俺頑張るよ。頑張れ。念をくれ、念を。切った切ったかっけえよこれ。かっこいい。かっこいいよなこれ。来るぞ来るぞ来るぞ来るぞ来るぞ。コンペティシア。いつかっこいいよね。めっちゃ登っとる。なんか出てないのに緊張してきた。出てないのに緊張してきた人はいらっしゃい
Ladies
ま
and
せんか？
gentlemen, it all comes down to this. We've had numerous crownings and qualifications to the Esports World
大丈
Cup.
夫ですか？
Who's ready for some Street Fighter 6?
これ多分ちょっと音でかい
My
じゃない？
name
ス
is
トリート
Sir.
ファイ
It
ター
is a pleasure
6。
to be opening this top 8 here today. Joining me is the GOAT himself, Logan
それでかいよね。
Sama. Thank you once again for being on the mic with me. Are you ready for this stacked bracket?
Always ready. It's always a great time here at Brussels Challenge. A pleasure to be back, and we have got a packed auditorium for this top 8. We've already
これで
run
どう？
down top 8s today. The action's been sensational, but it's only going to hot up another
やっぱね、待機画
international
面はね、
affair here with a very,
ちょい
very
小さく
competitive
してくれてる。
winners side. Let's take a look at this
かっこいいかっこいい。トーナメントかっこいい。
Street Fighter 6 top 8 bracket, and there you can see 3 Japanese, and at the top, Gaming, the local champion, the local hero, doing it for Belgium, and you can hear the attended audience will be making a lot of noise for him.
翻訳頼むわ。何を期待してここに来たんだ。
Take a look down in the losers
見てください。
side.
この素晴らしいトーナメントの試合を、こう、強豪がすごい揃っています。1,2,3,4,5,6,7,8人の強豪が出揃って、ついに今、トップ8が始まろうとしてます。
Previously, everyone else
言ってませんからね。
But now it's time to get into our first winners semi-final, and as you can hear, Gaming is on the stage.
頑張って
And here comes the auditorium chanting, making noise for the final hometown hero, the bastion of Brussels, as we potentially launch immediately into this Akuma mirror match between Gaming and Bonchan Logan. Winners semis, let's do this.
All right, here we go. Gaming in the white
皆さん、この
pants.
クリスマスカラーっぽいのが
The darker
モン様ですよ、
colorway
緑の。
green details.
The color contrast between these two, good versus evil,
Ah!
yin versus yang, as
Mama,
Gaming starts
mama,
off the pressure, gets that Tatsu to finish the
テンポ
combo
早い
off,
ね。
and is looking
も
for
う
the
心
shimmy.
の準備ができてないだけ。よしでかい
Firm on the counter
でかいよ
here after
でかいよ
this, and we're going to take it towards the corner.
来た
Nice delay though.
嬉しい
That's Strong, and he cashes out with the 2-bar combo. A throw will finish it. Oh,
嬉
swings for the
し
fences.
いいいスタートいいスタート
Early
い
though,
いスター
isn't it,
ト
also?
いいスタ
Lack
ー
of
ト
respect, lack of fear. Gaming needs to play with confidence in front of this crowd, and he does go for it. Bonchan, though, ever present, ever aware, and so we are going to have to level up that offense and defense to fight back. Getting the throw, DR in for the standard pressure in the plus range, Logan. And again, the checks.
見てなくてもジャスパされるから中がいいですよ中
That's
が
the throw. Bonchan securing that corner. Gaming
Shaka
goes with a little
Otsuka.
tentative press right there.
Yeah.
Really wants to get out, but gets caught once again.
Yes, yes,
3
yes.
bars being rapidly built here, and Bonchan is going to optimize into the Civic Calamity. And Logan, what a quick game one.
いいぞ
No better way to
いいぞ
silence the home crowd than a perfect KO and a rapid first game.
いいぞ
The
いいぞ
crowd
いいぞいい
comes
ぞいい
back to
ぞ
life to
3先よね。3先よね。
That was a very dominant round. It was Bonchan checking everything on his way in, controlling the neutral efficiently. After an early was checked though from game in.
Oh!
Spent pretty much the rest of the game in the corner.
Looking at reverse that fortune here, Logan, by going towards the corner himself, gets that pressure, but Bonchan fights back and will get the damage here. Parry is not going to get baited this time, but another solid confirm by going for that spacing, allows him to go for those OD fireballs right there. And now Bonchan pressuring the throw. His tech down gaming is looking to escape. Gets pressure. Excellent defensive play by Bonchan right there. Should be able to secure that kill. Lovely jump. Doesn't need the ball and saves it for the next round.
ね、アウェー感はあるね。時計 VTuber って聞こえるもんね。
Lack of respect from Bonchan as well. It does feel like he's playing with pure confidence in contrast to Gaming. He's playing at the tempo of the Maestro right now. Gets caught by the throw again.
うますぎー。読んでる。いいね。全然 OK。うわー。切るタイプだ。
Nice perfect parry from Bonchan right there. Once again trying to get the pressure in. The single light kick confirmed should mean that this will be another ender. Going for the level 2 to do the job. And Gaming once again quickly falls victim to a sweep from Bonchan. It's 2-0 right now. And this audience needs to make a bit more noise for Gaming.
トラや。
I think Gaming needs to
最強のトラが。
compose himself. Because right up They say it's difficult to express pure skill in this game because of the execution barriers being lower a lot of time. But the decision-making process, that's the impressive thing because Bonchan seems to be right every single time. Defense, and he's making the most of it as well. That perfect parry.
Nice!
Yeah, say what you will about the execution, Logan, but the thing that really baffles me about these high-level plays, how many decisions and how many singular moments accounted for in just a second. Bonchan having those perfect parries, having the pressure in the corner, and Gaming desperately trying to hold on right now. Gets caught by the throw again. Getting go for it! Oh.
1ラウンド目を1ラウンド目みたいな綺麗な流れ強すぎん強すぎんなんでこんな強いのあっと出んかったかどうしようし違うか届かなそうだったから投げが決まったら風がうまい
situation that time.
これいったじゃん。あ、いか、いやどうだ。いったいったいったいったいったいった。
I think that is going to be really close, Logan, but this Sip of Calamity could spell doom. Looks like they're locking it in. And that does mean, unfortunately, our hometown hero has faced a very early defeat. The crowd still cheering him on, still rallying. But Gaming is going to have to make a loser's run to keep up his run to the Esports World Cup. Very big game, Logan.
It was, and it was really just a story of Bonchan's dominance and confidence. The confidence just looped into itself.
なんでこんな強い?
Oki, it was just feeding more and more and more, whether it was on offense or defense. He seemed to have a complete read of what Gamer was going to do. The reversals are getting baited. The throws were being beaten.
Stark contrast as well, because you have to talk about that. You said where you respected Gaming's immediate DP in the corner, but it got baited. Then you see Bonchan do the exact same thing, successfully baited out against Gaming and make it land. Every time Gaming tries something, it gets red. Bonchan on the other hand, pure confidence and makes it work.
ブレると思ってるんだけどな。すごいよな。3先。わーもう一方のウィナーズですよ。ねえ、まだついてない？ねえ、これまだついてない？これさっきもあったよね。しかも反対側なんだけど。意味をなしていない。意味をなしてない。左を警戒しているか。左を警戒してるぞ。あ、これチェックか。これチェックやね。
I mean, if you're an Ed player, you follow Ed's.
え、これさ、この椅子だった時どうしてたの？先ほどの 先ほどはもうどうしようもないの。この左っていうか右側に座れなかったらさ罪なの。これ移動できないのかな。これは
I believe Sahara is also actually scheduled to attend not process, excuse me, we are here. Combo breaker, so he's got a very quick secondary approach, but a very interesting career starting out primarily in FPSs with Good 8 Squad, now here in Street Fighter and having great success.
このままだったんだ。
In particular, but having a lot of success here. We'll see if that can translate into success against Goichi in this second of the winner semis. Alright, safely behind that fireball. Hardcore read through
Nice
that
to show
flicker.
that drive impact because it's such an effective tool against Ed in the neutral. Really causes him to second guess a lot of his neutral options.
怖い。
Yeah, gotta be able to use it wisely against Ed because if you let him condition you against it, you're gonna have so much fear in your approach defensively. Good stuff from Goichi, who is gonna get caught by the perfect parry, however, does fight back. Yeah.
Beautiful counter hit conversion as well. That stand jab, such a great button. Pops him up, gets the juggle. To save pressure, empty jump for the throw, and it closes the round out. That was just a great display of neutral there from Goichi. The
ゴーキどっち来てるし、チュンリーじゃないキャラ的には。
Great read there with the Odin Tensho kicks, blowing up throw attempt there from Sahara. Backing off now is Goichi.
Spacing seems to be on fire as well, as you saw with that DI, that counter hit jab that he got really seems to be checking Sahara's awareness of the neutral right now. Willing to play a very patient game here and does secure that jump in, no punish either. So we'll have to look for another way back through as the two reset that once more. Sahara is getting a lot of checks with these kicks, but just cannot make it stick at all, Logan.
Yeah, stalking down Goichi, but as he gets inside that danger zone, that low forward zone, that standing light punch zone, he's just walking into buttons and he gets clipped on the ankles again. Every single time that happens, Goichi ready with a conversion, but here we go, level 2. Have to get the most out of this.
Not the most, but still able to get a very solid stick of damage against Goichi as Sahara tries to close in and stalk that prey once more. Looking to get in close, but we'll have to eat that low forward. Backdashes against that throw. Those were a very big punish counter for Sahara here. Alright, looking to keep that corner pressure up. The blitz is going to go unchecked as Goichi opts for a jump instead. Does get caught once more and the corner is secured. Sahara needs this round in Goichi.
Yeah, Sahara very on point covering those angles. There are some awkward jump angles ahead to deal with as an anti-air. Sahara's very adept at reacting with the jump back air-to-airs now. Goichi staring down a significant life deficit, but one hit will do it. SCA doesn't get the opportunity to land it, and the OD levels it up around a piece. Both players effectively at level 3. If Sahara gets one touch, that will be a level 3 situation.
なんかばらまいてる技を。
We've seen a lot of standard perfect parries against the projectiles from
スパ漏
Sahara.
れてた
Not
もん
going to be
ね。
converted into much, and speaking of which, a big conversion for Goichi on that bay of the reversal. Level 3 is coming out, of course, getting himself back to 6 bars, damages the drive gauge on Sahara's side, and puts him to the critical territory.
And bright and early as well, so Goichi definitely will build at least one super meter back before the end of the round.
That flicker brings him in close. Once
うわー、我慢したい
but
わ。
gets that low forward again with a punish counter.
Yeah, very punishable on that low. And Goichi flicking out that
入れ替えられたくない。
medium kick to convert for the kill. There's a lot of control here from Goichi. Just managing that space,
捉えて。
very much on top of and dictating where these engagements
お
are
ー、強いこれ。
occur.
Yeah, recognizing moments of brilliance from Sahara as well. Speaking of which, perfect parries. Seen a lot of those. Goichi's been happy to back off, but this time he's too close, and so he does eat that counter combo. Will take up to the corner now, and Sahara looking to exert control. More perfect parries. This is a pretty high success rate from Sahara so far, Logan.
これね、
Awkward
強
jump
いよね、
angle
チュン
that
リーの
time from
入れ
Goichi.
替え
Sahara
キッ
not
ク。
able to deal with it, and Goichi back to the mid screen.
Right, going for those sparks, does beat out the projectile there. Sahara looks to establish a bit of space and a chance to walk forward, and he does so. Goichi willing to let that one go as the two of them go for the perfect parries. 2 in a row right there from Sahara, second time. Does lightning strike, but the cheeky little duff to the face. And we're right back to the corner, Logan.
Yeah, it's all well and good, perfect parrying at half screen away when there's nothing really on the line.
決めて。うおー、削っていく。
Almost Just no life to work with. The self-imposed burnout here means Goichi gets a nice
Tsuyo,
simple
Goichi
check in the air. Says go back down to ground zero and gets the round. 2 bars, a bit more built in his favor here. And Sahara is going to have to start fighting back quick.
ワイラスだ。
Throw tech does not work out just to get the jump over though. However, a perfect parry does go in the favor of Sahara, who secures that corner. There's the first throw. There's the second throw. Dashes in again.
やり返しだ。
Gets the third throw.
投げのやり返し。
Not yet.
投げて。う
Perfect
わ
parry in his face with the corner already secured. Not going to be able to get a kill just yet. Setting it up, Logan.
ー。技打つだろう。
Oh, the reaction.
はいや。
Setting it up behind the fireball and just looking for that.
うわ伸ばして
One
怖
of
す
the
ぎ。
Japanese players have these answers for Ed.
So vital against them as he does try to win the projectile war once again. A huge life deficit for Goichi to overcome right now with only 1 bar to his name. But the little walk forward so hard from smart from Sahara right there to get that. He does actually catch him on the punish counter. That little walk forward to get that throw was pivotal for him. Really well played. Nice combo to start things off. SPK to finish off. Baits the reversal again. But no, both confirm. Hang on a minute. Level 3 immediate cash out because Goichi spent a lot of that drive gauge. Big damage to that resource incoming, Logan. And now Sahara is in a position to finally start capitalizing.
All right, there's the fierce and the block stun, but still, oh, there's the burnout.
Nice check. Stops that in its tracks as he tries to go for that Cobra Punch. Doesn't work out and instead looking for the answers to chip away at Goichi's life bar a little bit more. Bringing up the corner. Just about going to survive here. The end, it does mean that he's not going to be able to get him before he recovers in time. And Goichi survives. Builds the third bar.
Now Goichi has all of this real estate to back off into and completely control again the engagements. Again to throw the fireball advance behind it. Oh, and he gets the trigger once more and again. The same opening that we
す
saw
ごいな。
in
全部
previous
通るやん。
rounds. It's all well and good being able to time your parries when it matters, but you got to be able to time your blocks.
Cracking that dome piece multiple
すごい
times.
な。でもラッシュからの選択肢めっちゃあるな。 遅らせて大経年
A
とか。
breather, a swap, we'll have to see what that amounts to. But right now, Goichi does certainly appear in control. Like you said, moments of excellence with the perfect parries, but not being converted into a game plan that results in the W, Logan.
Yeah, they're not happening at any sort of ranges. You see that against, against Giles a lot, where the perfect parries are super important at ranges, where you can get a significant punish on it. And here would be the same situation.
後期ワンチャンと思
Perfect
っ
parry
た
at
け
this
ど
range means nothing. There's no
メインはも
no
う
danger attributed to it. You've got to be
いいとな。
getting up into the dangerous ranges.
痛い。
That's good range for Ed right there. Good punish on that call out after the backdash. Tries to just go for the little backwalk right there, but amounts to nothing as Goichi will fight back on the offense. Throw tech resets the pressure into the neutral zone once more, but his DRs are being checked. Those fireballs have been used so well for safety. Right. Fireball once again, mounting some space and getting close. Counting hit right there. Will tax some more damage onto Sahara. A bit closer this time, but couldn't get the immediate
That's
confirm.
the kind
There's
of range
the throw though.
where there's some kind of threat attributed to the perfect parry.
Much better from Sahara. Oh, big whip punish right there.
He's whiffed that a couple of times as Goichi. He's been punished heavily for it. Breaks out with only 10 check picks though.
Quite right, but not able to convert.
すごい
Yet
タック
Sahara
が
still
多
could be in
い。
danger if Goichi reacts. He's waiting. He seems to be playing in that predatory zone in terms of reactions.
Burns himself out to get that
これ
pressure.
玉抜け怖いよね。さっきうますぎて。わあ、
Backing off.
追突もあります。
Now it's patient. It's
攻めにくい。
strikes first. Checks on the game with the level 2.
すげえ。
Makes it work.
す
2 for 2
げ
with a level 2 and set point for Goichi, Logan.
攻めにくいよね。なんだそれたら。
Previously,
え、
again, he's ready
選
for that
択肢がめっちゃ多い。
fast.
Okay, gets in close. Counter hit right there. Allows for a raw confirm, and that will be big damage once again. As Sahara is thrust into that corner. Has to survive right now, or he's going to be sent down to losers. Does have to see available, but gets caught by the wall. Splat, Logan.
And again, man.
すげえ。
It's all well and good having that timing down when it doesn't matter, but
え
they're in your face, reacting with those perfect parries, reacting to everything. It's a different kettle of fish. Goichi is a man who has been
どうなってるんや。なんかやっぱいろんな選択肢見せるの大事なんだな。
multiple different games.
Oh yes, all the disciplines. I mean, Damascus talking about an iconic
なん
rivalry
かじ
against
っくり
Fenris
地
before
上
and
戦
Dragon
した
Ball.
り
We've got
ラッシュ
Guichi
からの
Baratie and now going up against
攻めが
Bondan
いける
in
と思
the
ったらもう
finals
ず
here
っ
when
と
that
それ
comes
し
up.
て
Just a multidisciplined man of pure talent. And so we'll
バ
have
ハ
to
ート
see
し
what
た
that
後
adds
とか
to
もう
in
あれ
the
何も
decide
できないよ
our
ね。
remaining
I just
players.
feel like Sahara wasn't
あん
able
な
to
精度だった
in
ら打てんのよ。
many situations where Goichi was forced to make any hard decisions. Now he did let rip with a couple of OD Tensho kicks to
Yes.
bust out, but he wasn't really made to pay for those. There was no baits introduced. It kind of felt like the whole game Sahara was trying to get in, so that when he did get in,
なんかインパクトもさ、ダンクなってしまうやん、やっぱやってると。なんか通ると思ったら打つスタイル。打つの。
Of course, I mean, he tried to get the impetus with those perfect parries, but if I'm not
私
mistaken,
もなん
the
か
best reward he got
打たない
as a
打たない
perfect
って
parry
決
was
め
an
ちゃってるけ
unblocked
ど。
situation that turned into a
決めとまで
throw.
いけないけどなんかすごいな。
Yeah. But that was
全
it.
部
Other
の
than that, it was whiffs. Couldn't get in close enough, and Goichi was checking him. So yeah, risk reward
一
favored
番
heavily
青
for
のを持っ
Goichi
て
there.
い
We'll have
く
to
の
see
が
how
すご
those
い
two
な。
players do later on, as Sahara is going to be waiting for the winner of the next match that is getting on
Now it's funny
stream.
because our next match coming up, we've got two players that are both very well known
Oh, yes.
for Ed. But we might not see an Ed at all.
Not in the
Tachikawa
slightest.
has been using a lot of men
な
off.
んかラッシュとかもさ、100周ぐらいしない？お、立川さん来た。ラッシュもさ、なんかやっぱあんまかなって思う時期と、やっぱ使った方が使わなきゃっしょみたいな時期がもう100周ぐらいするけど、やっぱ使った方が強い。
But it remains to be seen. Button check, as we said first, guys, and I mean, we'll get
頑張れ
incredible to see
頑張
just
れ
how strong the Japanese delegation has been that has pulled through to Puzzle's Logan. I mean, you've got a total, I believe, of 3 representatives of them right here.
あった早いですよ、皆さんまだですよ、早いですよ。
I mean, him versus Ending Walker. What a
早い
treat
で
of
す
a
よ。全然まだですよ。 私が行き急いでたわ。これいつ画面切り替わるんやろって思ってたら全然まだだった。
Bright and early, I think one of the was actually the first player to qualify from open qualification competition.
Yes, may well have been, but as you pivotally said, since he's the only one that is
頑張れ
already qualified, only circumstance we get a delegation passed down to second place here is if Ending Walker takes the tournament.
頑張
Everyone
れ
else
頑
at
張れ
this
頑
point
張れ頑張れ
could be
頑張れ。
fighting like their life depends on it because here at Brussels Challenge
山場って言
it
って
does
たもんな。
so.
エンディングお母さん戦が。
Tachikawa, lots to play for here. Fist
And
bumps
Tachikawa had a
exchange.
great esports World Cup, didn't he? A real breakout performance from him. A lot of people again
Yes.
were watching some of the other
決勝でモンスターまたっ
hadn't seen a lot
て
of this modern Ed up until then.
勝ってビールおごってもらうって言ってた。
Certainly a real breakout from him.
めっちゃ配信見てた私。
Obviously supported
立川さんの配信今日めっちゃ見てた。
Crazy Raccoon, and he'll be traveling around the world. It's great to have
頑張れ。
these qualification spots on the line because it is getting the top players in the world out.
It does motivate the travel, yeah, you're right. But
エ
here we
ド
go.
で行くとも言っ
This
て
is
た。
round 1, Ending Walker versus Tachikawa, and we are going to interrupt that immediate drive rush at 10 from Tachikawa. A nice reversal from Ending Walker, who tries to go aggressive, but that donkey kick is going to get punished in recovery right there. Tachikawa goes aggressive. There's the throw, closing him up to the corner with that
リュウは
dash
で
in.
も
With punish on the sweep, a little bit too late there.
対策しないと。いやー。まあまあまあまあ。
Start up on those DPs, of course.
10 frames on the light, right? So it's not
Believe so.
the slowest in the world, but you definitely can't do it late last minute.
いやそう。
Contrast to those around him.
これ
Ed
大
does have
ボ
to
ス
fight a
に
little bit, but
ね。
Ending is going to have a very favorable situation.
見てからじゃスパできるんだけど
That burnout catches
使
the
った時
anti-air.
マジで
Really
う
well
って
played
な
in
るん
terms
よ
of
な。
managing Tachikawa's resources, and that does give him that first round. Round 2 coming up.
ナイス。
Starts off with a throw once again. Tachikawa happy to send Ending Walker back to full screen. Ending playing, I think, in that range perfectly where he can maybe fake him out with the donkey kicks and just play fireball wars. Also, maybe looking for some perfect parries in there. Question is, how does he get in close?
おい。
Oh! Not close enough, clearly,
よ
Logan.
しよしよし。
All right, there's the throw, catches a wake up action.
うますぎ体育。来た。
That time he does get a he does get the single hit punish, at least on the sweep, and he
あ
blows
とちょっ
through
と見て。
OD, but he's not able to get the kill, and now is the
まあ
comeback
でもエブ
only
だし
here 3 bars that he has to be wary
お
of.
お、早めにナイスナイス
Forced
ナ
to
イス
defend
ナ
one
イ
of
ス
them.
ナイ
It's
ス
gonna come
絶対
eventually, wasn't it? There's no way of stopping it.
勝ちたい勝ちたい
Yeah, I mean, smart from ending, you just go for the 1 bar right there to secure that burnout, preserving the resources in case Tachikawa does go for a reversal like
結
that.
局投げられちゃうから
Final
ね
round, both players with
イ
2
ンパ
bars
クト待って
available,
も
and it's
打
gonna
っ
be
て
all
こない
about
からどう
that
せ
neutral exchange. Very patient here as Tachikawa finally bites the bullet.
Nice trade.
投げでも SA3 溜まって
Walker's gonna
ワ
know
ンコンみたい
exactly
になっ
when he
ちゃ
can
うから
press.
早めに打ったのすごい
Almost with punishes, but can't quite get it just yet. Nice perfect parry from Tachikawa right there. Oh, the DI through the hardcore call out. And he is going to build the 3rd bar here. We'll just spend 2 of them as he concerns himself with going for that corner carry.
落ち着いてる
Tearing away at the life bar. Oh, a trade through the flicker.
flicker.
Very smart.
やばい削られる
Mending Walker right there, Logan.
手が入って
Puts himself in burnout with the reversal. Tachikawa not ready to go
いやま
down
だ
just
遠い
yet.
な
With the pick up ending Walker. What a way to get that first game right there. Some hyper-aware situations of how to get through Tachikawa's offense. That OD through the flicker, that call out with the spacing right there. Really good start from him, I'd say, Logan.
調整できるかでも3先いやすごいね即答から
Single hit openings and really cashing out with huge chunks of damage. 40, 50,
頑張れ頑張れ頑
60%
張れ
that Ryu's able to
ねえここでそれ映すの
which is a
Got him taped for the second. I actually saw him doing that tape job downstairs next to City of the Wolves before. He was looking around for a giant roll of tape.
なんでそんなの
But,
ア
shout
ッ
out
プ
to
にしたの
as we do.
I've just noticed the positive potatoes on the table as well.
Oh, the positive potato. The mascots for both sides. Yeah, you're right.
Just that camera shot.
あ
Oh,
今度は
that's what he was
近い
looking
から
for.
どいた
Spends the Denjin immediately as ending Walker. He's trying to go in
警戒してる
aggressively
ね
against Tachikawa this time. Once more,
Sorry,
that
警戒
mid-screen range, but the Solar Plexus gets checked. Very quick reaction from Tachikawa right
Yeah,
there.
he was looking to catch something. It was predictive. It was a read that he was going to walk into it or end up pressing something. Speculative solar plexus.
うわ
Okay. Empty jump into a counter hit light.
ーめっ
Oh, he's
ちゃ
got that
伸ば
run
す
as well. Yeah, he is. Ending Walker is doing some stuff here, and there's some
Uwa.
gaps in it. Oh, big gaps.
すげえ
Offense there is the perfect parry. Gives an
Nice.
opportunity. This is the medium punch to try and check, but Tachikawa backed off far enough to be able to punish
ス
it.
コアさんで流れ変わったか
Wake up with medium punch a couple of times.
Really trying to feel himself in terms of defense against Tachikawa. I mean, in fairness, he has been going for very
Pardon me.
structured but safe offense in the corner, especially with those throws. Nice check there with that jab and the sweep just to ensure there's no start up.
Yeah, it's a
Punish
very-
counter throw as
very good
well.
Option for
Yeah.
like delayed frame traps or shimmy attempts. He's got decent enough. Oh, surely he could have got a trade combo off that.
Unfortunately, not gonna beat this time as he looks again.
すごい歩き
Sweep
も
is gonna get
深い
weak, but
な
Tachikawa will have no intention of
エンディン
aggressing
グウォー
that.
カーさん
Again,
の
tagging
歩
the
きが
damage
めち
on,
ゃく
and
ちゃ深い
Tachikawa finally lands a solid combo.
ゲー
but
ジ
he
が
has a
ないけ
sliver
ど
of drive gauge, so of course ending fishes for that.
Nice
Looking for a
jump
counter. Can't get it just yet though, and a perfect parry to start things off.
あこ投げてつながっ
Wow, that converted.
ナイス
Ridiculous.
Nice,
With the level
nice,
3 as well, and
nice,
Tachikawa
いけるぞいけ
is
る
going
ぞ
to be able to get us to a level playing field in terms of score, 1-1, and they much better from him. Calling out a few more options from ending. As you said, Logan, it feels like a set of very predictive options and reads from both players. Does feel like the adaptation has started to happen from the edge.
But they're both ready, so ready. I mean, that medium kick getting clipped by the projectile and the drive rush behind it, that was sick.
Oh, interrupting that there. Counter hit, as you all saw, as ending keeps structuring that pressure.
Yeah.
Jab, jab, knock, knock. Who's there as we go for the throw one more time? Tachikawa being forced to hold on for dear life in that corner. Oh,
it?
he parries in time. After all of that, just right to the face.
まあ今最初は
And that's just such a great time to throw the overhead in because he's looking for so many other options. It's just mental overload at that point. Lucky not to get whip punished.
これフリッカー見てインパクトしようと思ってると弾に釣られるんよ
Frames there into that throw. Donkey kick is very well spaced again, just attack the damage on the flicker. He's going to get
Oh,
called
just too
out.
far away.
Offensive
Yeah,
drive reversal. I like that,
the
that corner
boss
low because there's the burnout. patience. Now we
Nice
wait. We play
guard.
the waiting game. Pulls him out, gets him just in time. Nice one from Ending Walker right there, but Tachikawa for nice anti-air.
まだいける
Does get drive reversal to
全
clear.
然うわちょっと削ってきた落ちいけるいけるいけるいける
Shimmy was a little bit too far. Tries to knock him off the overhead for the third time. Can't make it
まだ
work.
残る
Happy to put himself in burn under the pressure. And he does it the fourth
He's
time.
playing like a gorilla right
めっ
now.
ちゃ強くる
Where's the fear, Logan? He's done it 4 times now, singularly
What
in
is there
that
to be
round.
afraid of? He's already qualified. He's playing with no
取
pressure,
材や
no
めて
fear.
ね
No, there's not even any MR on the line. There's
いやでもぶっちゃけ画面端追い詰められてる状況で
But no ending, doing a fantastic job
きついっす
calling out the defense as Tachikawa.
Look at him just
Please,
lounging back in
Tuna.
his chair. His arm there on the armrest. He is very, very comfortable right now, and he's looking very comfortable with the play as well. But certainly not pulling too far ahead of Tachikawa. I don't think, he's getting outclassed, but he's certainly getting bullied at the moment. Tachikawa under a little bit more pressure, certainly than Ending is. You can see, look how laid back and comfortable he is in this situation. And just the supreme confidence. You saw it in
確かさんの
Bonchan
マノも
versus
マジで
Gaming.
仕上がっ
You've
てる
seen it
か
again
ら
now with Ending. That momentum feeds into itself.
昨日もやばかったよ
Okay, very nice to see Tachikawa exploring his options as we go into game number 3
I think
right
both of
here.
these characters are pretty good picks against Ryu, personally.
Manon in particular, I do feel like Ending has been playing a very space-heavy
Nice,
game. Just the
nice,
sheer
nice,
range
nice.
of Manon and the ability to condition,
Nice,
of course, very pivotal.
Yeah, it's going to force Ending to have to reevaluate his ranges. Can he do
He's
that
so
quickly
sweet.
on the fly? We'll see. Tachikawa is obviously going to have to adjust to going back to
パリ
classic
ス
as
ロして
well.
たね
Plays the Manon on classic, as you can see in the top corner.
Oh,
Big whiff.
yeah, sick to catch him there with the OD as fast as he can.
Nice work, though.
ナイス
Conditioning.
うわーいいぞサムがでかい1ラウンド
Very
目
nice
取
they
っ
managed
た
to get
の
that one in
で
the
か
end.
すぎ
But
る
like you said, just forcing him to readjust those spacings on the fly. Ending though, still trying to fight back.
Again,
Does
wake
get
up,
caught.
ナイス
Again worked. We're up to 4 medals.
いける
Great situation for
Get it.
Tachikawa.
Trying to find a way to bait him out again. The fireballs are just being exchanged to establish a bit of control. There's the sweep. As
Yeah,
he's been
that
opting for
is-
numerous times to get those plus frames and just knock Tachikawa
Right.
Oh,
down.
another
There's the
overhead.
overhead.
It was
Builds
the
the third
drive rush
ball.
version.
オーバーヘッドが
So he gets a chunk
まあ
of
さすがにと
That's
Five.
going to be a chunk of damage.
も
Five
う受けない
medals.
What does he do with them though? He's got all of that gold weighing down the neck, but what can he confirm with? Ending goes for the pressure of that light kick. Perfect parries this time. That's a much better answer to what we've seen. And now the extension. Tachikawa will confirm this into level 3, empowered by those 5 medals here. Looking to be as quick as possible to have that score line level, Logan.
よっしゃーいや確かに
Here we
マ
go.
ノだった
Game
ら
five.
ジャスパのリターンかなり高いか
Singing
ら
along, they're having a great time. I don't particularly know that nursery rhyme. I'm not going to lie. I don't hear that
いいぞ
song
いい
a
ぞ
lot enough.
もう打ちに
I was
くい
gonna
ん
say,
じゃ
if they
ない
put the
さ
rhythm
す
down,
が
I know
に
Ritas is sitting somewhere at home right now, smiling and waving in pride. Much love to Ritas, of course, as we go into this 5th game right here. One more to decide the
Oh,
fate of
missed
these two.
time.
Yeah.
うわ
Oh, couldn't get the whip punish there after ending with that throw tech. Tachikawa, though, still just holding on as he does have a life deficit to make up for here.
Spacing.
Picked off with that DP. Says he wants his turn back as a big perfect parry comes out from
Yeah,
Tachikawa,
but
trying to get in closer with the range. But he gets caught on the counter hit. The solar plexus strike allows for the confirm. And Ending Walker is on set point. Oh, gets through. That's a very important thing to do with the Manon, of course, thanks to going for that feint. But can't make anything of it. Nice punish counter right there.
Really misspaced on the donkey kick. Wakes up with the level 1. Gets him off him. Back to dictating the pace here. Yeah, tries to bait it out. Looking to drain that drive gauge, I believe, in that situation.
ナイス
Oh, but there's a
over.
big jump in. He spends the 2 bars anyway on the combo, which will certainly be happier to do Tachikawa. He's got Ending in the corner and another sweep. Oh,
Yeah, but
my. Here comes
Look at
that
that.
level 2. Making it off with the damage. Forces the Hoshogun for the
Wow,
burn up.
what
Smart
did we
bending
do?
Walker right there. He used that routing. And now Tachikawa forced to
Oh,
his power, but
DP.
a cross cut. And Ending Walker shakes the hand in the most chillest of fashions, as you rightfully said, and is moving on to lose his quarterfinals, Logan.
Tachikawa, the character switch almost paid off for him. He was bringing it back, but ending Walker in the end. Again, it was the big chunks of damage, that big level 2
すごいな、プランが最後。
Then the burnout, then the pressure. It forced Tachikawa to jump out. It's a hard read, of course, as it always is.
Yeah.
But having the 2 bars lets him anti-air that with
最後の流れもう見越して選んでるやん。
And Ending Walker really did a great job of just imposing himself on that matchup, didn't he?
Yeah, Tachikawa forcing himself to kind of go for that read-based gameplay. Like, I did love the idea behind the Manon switch, as you rightfully pointed out a few times, feinting with that grab to maybe go for being done for the projectile, catch him out. But it was focused far more on read. Tachikawa wasn't controlling the pace.
Yes, yes, and it was very reactive as well, wasn't it? And you know, Ending's very good at baiting out those reactions once he starts to see the patterns. And Ryu as a character is really, really good at punishing you for any of those mistakes.
Huge reward.
Tachikawa unfortunately drops out of the bracket as we move along here in losers round 1 into our next match, which is an all-French affair. Kusanagi up against Kane. Good to have Kane back.
エンディングウォーカーさんはゲームインさんにウィナーズで負けたね。
I mean, always going to make me happy to see, of course. But yeah, Kane making it at this top 8 is
いや、
actually
龍
very
多いよね、やっ
huge
ぱ
for
大
him. He's
会。
been fighting hard to keep up with the competition. He did make it to the regional final in France and Monaco in 2023 and 2024. Believe he made top 8 at the Red Bull
龍、
Women's
毎
Day
回
play
見る
in
気が
France
す
as
る
well.
な。
So some very good results. But he is going up against the man who crowned himself the champion in the home of Paris. Of course, Kusanagi versus Kane. Gonna do a button check first, but these two have got a lot to play for. Looking to see who will go up against Gaming.
Kane is definitely going to be the villain here.
ジェイミー来た。ジェイミー使い大歓喜。
To qualify here into losers top 8, and it was a dominant performance, Jamie against Ken. Although that dominance in this matchup certainly not as.
龍ってかこの二人じゃね。うん、そう。てか龍強い人多い。強いから使われてるのか、強い人が使ってるから強く見えるのか、果たして。
I mean, we'll could potentially see a swap from Kane as well. I believe he hasn't had issue with potentially diverting to a Terry as well. I think that's been explored by a few French players. So could be a backup option here, but we are launching into it. Kusanagi versus Kane, the two of them squaring off. And let's see who comes out on top, Logan.
Jamie!
Starting things off by approaching the two of them, looking to go aggressive, but a nice one.
Jamie 見ることないもん。
Opening there as Kusanagi tries to walk up throw and gets punished. Challenges with the jab though. Not shimmying me.
Oh, nice check on that. They are still in the start, but felt like Kusanagi is going to send it back there. Will fight back with that response. And does go for the record with the quick enter to get that second drink. Now has the Bakai available in the neutral, of course, pivotal against Ryu in some situations. Question is, does Kane have those reactions unlocked to deploy it?
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult to use that against Ryu. So many variations of his fireball. Give you them off-speed pitches. You might flinch on the Hashigeki as well.
That's a very good point with the Shigeki right there. Obviously able to condition against the Jamie player, but he does get a counter hit. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice! Really good little backwalk right there to catch him with the punish counter, and Katen gets that first round.
Kusanagi thought he conditioned him enough by challenging those shimmy attempts with jabs in that first round, but still went for the shimmy, and Kusanagi incorrectly made the read on the throw, but he's got a nice life lead here, and he seems to be controlling the neutral, looking to bait something out as a drive rush is short. Kane, one drink up, and immediately the OD dive kick comes out. 2 drinks it is now.
Bit of strength, yeah. Diaz right there, has 3 bars ready to go, but a perfect parry is going to be, of course, amounting to nothing thanks to that. Calls them out by going for the fallen star kick right there on the landing of Kusanagi.
OD command grab, that's going to be 1-0.
Level 3, and Kane looking controlled here in this set. And a pivotal thing for him as well. When we saw him do very well against Tachikawa yesterday in the pool situation, one of the defining things was how comfortable he was stealing drinks in there. There's a lot of matchups where Jamie can struggle to get those drinks going. Kane right now is managing very well to get himself leveled up early on, Logan, which is so important.
めっちゃ波動モードだ。 すごい、波動拳でもう右端まで行った。すごい。強い。
Nice punish.
道剣だけで。
Why are you walking out of the corner?
Good stuff for the cross cut right there. Going for that overhead. Eagle kick right there to keep that corner secured. Really wants to make sure that
Kusanagi gets caught reaching, and there's a drink.
Make that 2.
いやこれマジガードできないよな。
Make that 3. Should be 4 if he holds it here. All of a sudden, what a turn of fate.
出せない。
Kusanagi stuck in the corner. What a clutch! Perfect parry, Logan.
Turns of fate. That blue stuff. Nothing turns the tables like that blue flash.
Nothing but a splatter of ink to make things change on the fly. Good stuff from Kusanagi to clutch that round. DP secures that corner.
いやもう1ラウンド取ってるからね。強気にいける。
Menon, as the French might say.
1ラウンド取ってるからめっちゃ強気や。
Lands in time.
Super late one, expecting the dive kick to come out.
いやゲージがまずいです。
Massive damage. Second drink accessed. Crosses it up at the last second. That was insane from Kane.
So low.
Burn up for Kusanagi here. Now Kane needs to play it safe because he is going to get caught by that jump back into the sweep there, but he does fight back with the drive reversal. Corner secured. Kane jumps over that button. Keeps the pressure up. Oh my goodness me, how is he still
in the Street Fighter 4 was that?
Turn back time to the good old days potentially, but no, Kane fighting back in this last round of game 2. Drive reversal is going to get baited this time. An improvement from Kusanagi on the defense and going very aggressive on that drive gauge, damaging it with the level 3.
Immediately dumping those 3 bars to get both the life lead and a big drive gauge advantage here as well. Yeah, spends that. Fortunately though, it was a bit predictable.
Ooh, the collarbone breaker did whiff right there. There's the forward heavy kick once again from Kane, so he gets that ender, securing the level 3 to damage that drive gauge. Bales is back above that crucial 3-bar threshold. That's something to do say.
Terrible.
Much too slow for Jamie. He does not approve as he gets that ender for the optimizations and the big screen carry. Taking Kusanagi to the corner. Holds it. 3. Oh, bust out with a TP. Virgin burnout goes to Kane. Does fight back. Gambles in.
完成みたいになってる。
Level 4.
いやきつか。
Show me your level 4 fan.
Really good stuff from Kane right there. Pivotal moments from him, I'd say. Those call-outs over the fireballs. You saw him just read, start buffering, and jump over for that dive kick against the OD fireball. It's abilities like that that Jamie does have access to that will help him in this matchup. And again, it comes down to how impressed I am with how willing he is to go for drinks against Kusanagi of all people.
It's very interesting, that kind of meta game, isn't it? And you watch the different Jamies play and how they play around, looking to level up, and what tools they feel are important to unlock in certain matchups, and whether they even care about it at all. They just want the Oki and the damage, but I think it's definitely proven to be the right thing here as he gets a cheeky early drink in.
Oh, big call on the PS right there, can hit as well, and then the throw will come out. Just wait for that little check.
The crouch and jab as well, wasn't even a throw. Oh, there's a check. Shout out to the crowd, enjoying the drinks.
Love it, mate. So far, excellently spaced to get that target combo, secure the third,
but
the throw to stop afterwards. Nice from Kusanagi there. Counter hit confirmed, very nice. Corner secured, tries to shimmy, won't work out.
Yeah.
あります。3があるからね。
Can't punish it at the meantime.
Punish the fierce. The backdash checks it though. The stand light punch.
Even those 5 framers are vulnerable sometimes. They are loving their drinks out here as Kane is going to get caught once again. A bit of strikes into the Rekka ender. Kick for the level 2 on that drink. Another tech from Kane to survive that situation as he's checking the spacing with the forward heavy kick a lot. Gets stuffed up by the counter hit though, Logan.
Sorry って言ってるこれ。
I want to know what they're saying.
Oh, massive damage from Ryu right here. Spending all on that drive gauge. Willing to put himself in burnout here. I think there's a sliver in this one, but Kane is going to eat so much damage on the drive gauge. One gamble potentially afforded to him in this situation.
3ですか
I
ら。
love Kusanagi not going in as well, because every time he's gone in these situations, he's been perfect parried.
使って。
Yes, very true actually. That's a good observation as he is going to get caught by this CA though. and Kane will preserve him in that burnout state a bit longer. Now he has to go in aggressive
Sa
with the
dotchi de shou?
go forward, cancel, and now the plus frames are blocked once more. Kusanagi survives, but he eats a throw at the face. Drink level 4.
レベル
That kick call out can't
4!
work out.
来た
Another one, Kane!
Nicely done. Kane somehow managing to make that comeback.
ね、リバー
Oh,
中
set
央で
point
も、あ、そ
for
っか、飲め
Kane
るから。
Logan.
Yeah, it looked like Kusanagi was
Ne,
playing the smart
ずっと
option
使ってる
of
もん
backing
な。
off and not engaging and just looking for that single or double hit that you required to close it out. But Kane maintained his patience.
はい、はい、はい。レベ
There's
ル
another drink. 2
2!
secures. Kusanagi is sent to the corner.
レ
3,
ベル
They're in the bar here in Brussels.
4.
Hey!
Another throw. He's conditioning him. He's wearing him down as Kusanagi desperately tries to get out.
Beautiful air-to-air conversion into the wreckers.
うわー、
And
来
there's
た
the command grab.
Level 1 to finish this one
What
off.
a dominant
待って、へ
performance
変な、
this is
これ
so
足りる
far
届
from
く
Kane.
3に行って
And he's got the level 3. And ladies and gentlemen, Kane is getting this Brussels crowd to pop off. You know, Belgium is the home to some of the very best beer in all of Europe. And I feel like I'm at the bar right now.
楽しい、この
with
試
all
合
of
見るの。
Brussels here, after that
ノリノリだっ
performance,
た
of
な。
course.
Hey, there's
Jamie's
that
certainly
crowd
not drinking beers though. It's an old family herbal recipe.
す
A
ごい
herbal
な。
remedy, something that just,
Absolutely.
you know, calms the mind. But there's that crowd cam.
Maybe they're drinking beers out in the crowd. I don't know.
大盛り上がりしてる。
Look at the flag. Look at that. That's beautiful in the back right there as they do cheer on
めっ
and
ちゃ
wait for the
楽
next
しそう。
match. But no, one thing I noticed was Kusanagi, it did feel like he really did get conditioned towards the end. I noticed 2 back-to-back instances of Kane
めっ
doing
ちゃ
jump
楽
in,
しそう。
jumping every punch. And what I would have expected was, with the timing on it, a DP, a perfect parry. Nothing. He just ate it unblocked.
Do you know what? There's a really interesting situation that happened when Kane had his first drink and immediately jumped in.
来た。
And he tried to do that late anti-air DP. And actually,
固定外すか
whipped
も。
because the
Oh,
start was,
yes,
remember,
yes.
変わって
and
るか
then
ら。
immediately the next instance,
ありがとうござい
Kane
ま
did
した。
do the OD dive kick and it
Yeah.
blew him up. And I think from there, the anti-air plan just got completely
頑張
blown
れ
out of the water because he was getting mixed completely by that mix-up.
Right.
There was a number of times when he just literally blocked the OD dive kick and was getting counter-hit immediately afterwards as well. And I really think that kind of messed with
田原さん
Kusanagi's
は
decision-making
もうあれなの
process
合
on
議
the
出してないの
approach there because after that
あんま終えて
interaction
なかっ
happened,
た
it
け
really
ど
didn't look like he had a confident answer to that aerial
もう
situation.
合議
Agreed,
使ってな
I
い
mean,
の
I
か
do feel like that would have been pivotal in Kusanagi clawing himself back into that set. Just couldn't make it work in the end. But you know what? GG's to Kusanagi. We move on to the next stage of the bracket. And this is going to be a button check between Sahara and Ending Walker in losers quarters, Logan.
Ending Walker about to play his Ghost online.
最近ずっとエドなんだ。あ
I wonder if Sahara
へ
had anything
ー
new
もうめっちゃすごかったのにな。
That's the interesting thing. Because Ending Walker's going to be going into this
なんかガチさんのリプレイ見てるときにサハラさんが合議で、まあ、合議とか関係なかったんだけど、ラシードのさワール多段やん。全部ジャスパしてた、私が見たリプレイ。全部ジャスパしたあの多段のためワール。え、何それと思って。怖い日ってなった。どんな対策なのと思って、ちょっと試してみたんだけど、あ、これ無理だってなった。
the decent combos. We haven't seen any like there was one outrageous conversion where I think he managed to drive rush behind the fireball and clip the standing medium kick.
怖い日ってなった。
But as you said, efficient. I think that is a testament to his
め
game
っちゃ
plan.
かっこいいから真似したいなと思ったけど、やめたわ。それもちょっとして、あ、これ無理やと思って。
So yeah, Sahara just is pretty bare bones when it comes to his edge. So we'll see whether that can get him over the line.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out in his favor as the two of them go back and forth. Interrupts the solar plexus strike. A very quick check from Sahara to secure that corner. Oh, and the immediate reset into that shimmy to catch the throw tech, but another read.
Throw, and he's immediately back into the corner.
Donkey kick right there, trying to catch him out on the spacing, but not meant to be. Some good perfect parries from Sahara. We saw that against Guichi as well. That will be a testament of his game plan. Fireball, making Ending Walker guess, but careful, we know he's a perfect parry menace. Oh, good anti-air. Sahara ready for that one as he just stands still. Almost predatory.
Hard read there from Ending Walker. Pays off for him. There's the punish counter throw, but he gets caught walking backwards. And Sahara brings it back and closes the round out, the first round. And there's a lot of hard reads going on here, isn't there, sir?
Very much so. The two of them playing behind the facts. They know each other so well. Obviously, Ryu having a pure breadth of available players in Japan, of course, for Sahara, but Ending Walker, a master of Ed in his own right. So the two of them looking for the simple options to catch each other out. Doesn't commit to the DP there. I like that from Sahara. And he does get a counter hit confirm as well towards the corner. Very nice for him to start setting himself up for that game plan. One throw. Gets caught out on the second though. Nice backdash from Ending Walker. Side switches as well.
That was a cheeky back throw as well because he'd already punished Sahara with a button after the backdash, and that back throw was almost guaranteed in that situation.
Hyper awareness then. We do go to a final round, and as you said yesterday, the police sirens are blaring as we do have 3 bars ready on both sides.
Flashing lights.
Aggressive start from
Please
Sahara.
pull over into this corner.
We're going to have to do a check on your Super Sir. Do you have a license to use those? Going for the aggression. Calls out the parry once more. Nice from him, Logan.
Nice!
Does land that level 3, will be the gun show.
タッチ中で上がれるんですか
Text there, resetting the pressure again. Solar Plex a strike in his face as Ending tries to abuse those plus frames. Catches him out with a crouching medium kick right there.
受ける
Very effective.
来た
Then gets
よーし
That is going to be our first game to Sahara here.
Very nice indeed. That will be Sahara showing his ability off. He did have a very difficult match against Goichi, but he will not go down without a fight. And so, game 2 starts. Logan, like you said, I think the main thing showing up in this matchup so far has been the reads and the forcing towards the corner.
Ooh. Nice counter hit conversion. Committed to that cancel.
Another counter hit, but couldn't get the confirm. However, the perfect parry from Ending Walker to get himself out of that situation. Of course, side switch combo right there. Securing himself.
危ない ナイス即
Man,
答ですか
with the donkey kick there. Double lights into the knockdown, and here's the throw situation. Looking for the perfect parry. He's not ready for the drive rush overhead though.
あるあるあるナイス
No, self-imposed burn
にもあるし
Sahara is going to
でも
try and
もあ
fight
る
this
し
spot back. The sparks
いい
to
ゲ
get
ージ
himself
が
through there. Nice ranging with the flickers as well.
And
Ah, nice.
Ending made sure to check his ankles that time. He'd been clip standing too many times in these engagements in that first game. That time round, he remembered to down back, even if it does keep him pinned in place. Nice! Gliding though, dancing in and out in that situation, and he was ready with the whiff punish. Punish counter though from Sahara. I'm sure he clipped, didn't see.
Yeah, kind of hit on wake up this time from Sahara as well, calling out Ending Walker a lot on the Oki, just keeping it safe with the meaties, but the sweep, the plus frames and the side switch
Yo, sure, sure.
was a very smart one.
Very
We didn't see the
much,
dream
yo.
combo before. What about this time? Nope, not again. Really just focusing on getting
Yo,
his
sure,
match
sure,
out.
sure, 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 sure.
Bait it out like that because
よ
you
し
get
よ
the
し
free
よしよ
damage.
しよし
In the
このま
follow-up.
まこのまま行きたい
Very nice. Final round here, Logan. Ending Walker does have 3 bars pivotally because, of course, Sahara did have to
Ni
spend in
areba.
that second one. Throw it to start things off. Once that corner quick.
もうたまったからね
Need to close this out, but if Sahara can go
う
2-0
まい
and what a check that was as well.
おーおいしい
Oh, too many frames in advantage there.
いや大足
That work
使い
as
どこ
Ending
うま
still
す
trying
ぎ
to
で
find a
し
way
ょ
out of this corner.
エンディングウォーカー
There's
さ
the
ん
Hashol get to call out on
Yamete.
that with the DR being checked in his face. Throw tech door to reset the pressure once again. Sahara looking for a way through. Another flicker. Patience between both players, as you said. Predatory and lurking for that
Yamada-
chance. Counting it. Ending
Pick him
has
up
that one.
again. Couldn't get him grounded. That will be it. Lights into the palm thrust, into the level 3, and Ending Walker manages to draw a level here. That would have been an incredibly important game. You don't want to go 2-0 down in any situation. Of course, it's been first 3 the whole way through this tournament. If you're just locking in for finals Sunday.
うますぎ
First
雑
three
は
all
う
the
ま
way
す
through
ぎ
calls. It seems to be pretty standard now in major European
That's it.
competitions. Very blessed for that. Thank you to our organisers here.
And in fairness, we have had some very good reverse sweeps and 3-2 final scorelines in the event so far. So very good format for
gives the players a little bit of space to try and experiment and try some counter picks as well.
Adaptability, it's a trait that we might not see too often. But speaking of adaptability, Ending's got a hold on
Ne,
the defense, and he does another sweep call out. Oh my god, what on earth? We've just seen 3 jump scares back to back. But somehow Sahara comes out on top, gets Ending Walker into critical life territory, looking to close it out again. Not meant to be just yes, and he does in the end, Logan. Thankfully, with one more check.
Wow!
Wow.
Certainly an option that you can do. Fishing with that stand fierce. Sahara just getting clipped now, trying to fight his way out of the corner. He's getting counter hit, but now he's sitting still. No throw that time.
あります。
Ending Walker's gambled on that.
Maji de aru. Sahara
Maji de aru.
as much as possible and keep Ending there. Oh, breaks it by just going for the jabs, managing to survive that corner situation. Oh, and the leg kick as well. So much patience, ready for the pressure, of course, because the flickers would have put him into a big guess. Calls it out, and we go to a final round again with the police fighting Blair and Logan.
Already spent 4 of those bars as Sahara. Wake up level 3, and he went for the throw.
全部合ってるじゃん。
Say it out loud as well with a Shoryuken as Ending Walker tries to fight back. Sahara with less than the drive gauge to his name, so Ending goes aggressive, trying to manage it where possible. But a check resets again. Good counter hit from Sahara.
Ending Walker still with a big drive gauge.
なんだ今の当たり方。
Counter hit still didn't link into the low
Nice.
forward.
Very true, Sahara.
来た。
You can spend here.
来た。
After the flicker.
Gonna cash out, of course. Boxing up like it's another day at the gym. Sending him up with that uppercut to finish it off. And 2-1 goes Sahara. The lead back in his favor after the first game where he had success. So
he's been doing really well interrupting. He's had so many counter hits. He's been able to convert it to big damage. That time though.
え、かっこよ。
Honestly, both of them have. You've seen like light kicks from Ending Walker in his face with a flicker charge up, no fear whatsoever. But like you said, Logan, coming down to the fact that 2 of them have that character awareness against each other, I suppose you could say. Sahara with the throw, going to use the spark in the neutral of the projectile to get in close. Ending though, looking for those plus frames on the solar plexus strike, brings him in close to the corner. Another punish counter with a donkey kick. More spacing, more conditioning as he tries to catch him out. Medium punch right there for the damage, but really good on the scaling. Not meant to be. Sahara wants to get out of this corner desperately, and he still can't find a way through. More combos though, and he finally does. Low life on both sides, Logan.
There's the OD. Doesn't really manage to get anything off of it. Drive
ね、まああとしながら来るよね。
Doesn't want to risk checking there because that would have been it.
削る？
Oh! Finally!
Forcing that guess right after the level 2. I love the idea committing to the resources. And Sahara
なんで竜あんな深く歩けるの？
now fighting for his life.
エンディングウォーカーさんだからです。
Good confirming the tattoo to get that corner carry. Liberal use of the medium punches so far, and the collarbone breaker attempted again, but not going to work out. Interrupts him again. Logan, you said it before for Sahara. Both of them have been so good on those interruptions.
Yeah, they've been gambling. And another interruption and counter hit as well. And there's another check for Ending Walker. Nothing but screen. And 1 set point saved by Ending Walker. The reads. My God, the reads.
Incredible stuff from both players as Ending still tries to survive. A bit of a chant going for Ending Walker.
Nice
Sahara.
Yes.
Good pepper carry.
New stuff.
Nice tech. Sahara just going to keep himself in the neutral for now. Interrupts him on that start up. Good call out.
Yeah, no solar plexus for you.
ナイス。
This is him standing up as well. And he cashes out straight into the level 3. Not going to be enough to burn him out, but he's going to have to take the pressure after here, and that might be.
釣りたいけど。
Oh man.
うわーめっちゃいい。
He put himself in burnout. 3 bars to his name still, but he has to play the safest pressure right now. Oh, away from Sahara now, Ending again. The damage is being applied.
Oh, that
ま
was
だ足りない
cold.
ね。
When it really mattered.
怖い。ガサで怖い。いや降ってきた降ってきた。
The level 3 on the meaty
マ
throw.
ジでやっててくる。
And he's going to get out of burnout as
これだっ
well.
て
Here
バー
we
ン
go.
と
The
しながら
animation recovers and
角
he's
か
back
けて
in
く
the
るから。
green. And Ending Walker.
ほらもう来てる。
The throw, one more guess. Oh, another counter hit, another round, another game.
すごい。
My goodness me, this set is incredible.
It's got
A
it,
chance
it's got
comes to
it.
life again, but
I don't know if you
Sahara.
saw that camera shot, but he just sort of shrugged his arms and his shoulders after he got that hit.
The sheer casual
Game
aura
number
radiating
5.
from him, Logan, is
Nice.
insane. But look at Sahara though, he's not phased by that comeback. Cashing it all out right now.
What an
Nice.
absolute clarting of a round, a perfect. What a way to get the crowd to be a little bit more quiet.
Silence in this
Silence, s'il vous plaît. Here we go.
Tell it to them in a way they understand. Ending Walker though, gonna try and fight back here. As a trade does mean that the two of them are gonna have to reset once more. Another trade. Ending just trying to stop Sahara in his tracks because that first round was such a good one. It's the perfect time to take his turn back.
There's so many counter hits. I can't remember a set where I've seen so many counter hits.
Agreed, the two of them in
Oh my God!
just neutral
No,
top like that.
anti-Andy went for the back throw! And another perfect parry! We're getting everything here.
たまんない。
It's not going to be dead yet, though.
あと、
This
お
is
願
a
い。
horrible situation. Oh my word!
頼む。
Jab call out like that.
You are my son,
He's gonna
Psycho.
And we're going to go to a final round. The overhead reset
足りない
catches
か
him
らの
asleep at the wheel.
補
And
正切り。
Ending Walker lighting this crowd up.
でも、
You
で
can
も、
tell people are starting to believe right
大丈夫。
now as we go into the final game, final
あり
round.
ます。
However, that advantage on the
実際あり
Super Bowl
ます。
has to be talked about for Sahara. Can cash out into the dream combo. Can level
Yeah,
3
boy.
damage.
Has he got
Starts
hit
it off strong.
standing?
ナイス。
It feels like it's setting
いけ
up.
る。
Donkey kick gets checked.
やっぱりしてたから。
Punish counter right there. Back throw taking him towards the corner.
Yes,
Trying to
yes.
keep him away. Sweep trader up the flicker. He's
マ
done
ジ
that
っ
already.
すか。
Calls it
マジ
out.
っすか。
Free bars though, he's got to
What is
respect
that?
it, and he does. He eats the back throw.
Oh, now here comes the waiting game. Walks up in the solar plexus.
Yes.
There's the plus frames. Burnout secured. Excellent for ending Walker right now as he gets in close with the pressure. Trying to keep him at bay. But wait for it. Could Sahara find a way out?
Let's
Gets
do
caught
it.
again, Logan.
Oh, oh my God! No, go back to the game. Wait, what? Is that enough?
これ、どんくらい。
Wow!
There's Sahara. What a clutch. And unfortunately, after what appeared like the most godlike of fashioning ways to get that read, Logan Sama, it is not turned into success. And tragically, your Brussels Challenge Champion of 2024 is eliminated. But please, please make some noise for ending Walker for a fantastic run and some great sets.
Street Fighter 6 is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and that is be exciting as hell. What a set that was between these two, and Sahara certainly
カメラマンの
announcing
リーサル。
themselves here. What a performance there.
すげえ。
Cal could not.
すごいこの試合。いや、やべ
They will
え。
be advancing into losers semi-final. But sir, who will they be facing? We have two European contenders now.
Oh, yes.
One of them won over the crowd in the last set, but I don't think he's going to be able to win them
Yeah.
over against his opponent as
You can
Kane
hear it.
熱すぎる今の試合。
game in, and the Belgian flag is flying high at the back of this crowd.
今
Can they
の
go
試合
louder?
マ
Can
ジ
they
で
chant both
熱
the
い。
game in?
2ラウンド目
Oh,
も
I
う
love
ま
it.
す
I
ぎ
love
た
it,
し
but no.
勝負強い。
The next set incoming, of course. Game in
すごい
versus
よな。
Kane.
あの場
Logan
面で。
Sama. I am so excited for this one. The hometown hero, the bastion of Brussels. I want to see what he can do. But he is going against someone who has to be said was playing an extraordinarily heavy momentum game with that Jamie.
熱い。
Let's see what he can do as he locks potentially that Akuma pick in. I'm hearing no whispers in the ear that we're going to a button check, so maybe these two are going to go straight into it.
Oh, they are at home on Eshenu. Literally at home as well.
Ale Chenu, that's what they're saying. Oh,
On
we're
edge.
at home.
No, they're saying on Eshenu. We are
Oh.
at home.
Oh, on Chenu. Oh, okay. I love that from them. And I mean, I think they're letting Kane know you are not in home territory right now. But man is starting off with a drink immediately on round start. Hello, Kane.
Making the most of that fireball whilst he can.
No.
See what he can do as he is going to get caught by the sweep there. Good for game in as he does catch him raw immediately. Yeah.
To the meaty medium punch.
Playing patient right now.
Big life lead here from Gaming.
投げた。
Gets the throw to make that life lead become more of a gulf at this point.
Wow, okay.
Oh my, no punish either, but Kane survives. Gets to the second drink as well. Tries to go for the dive kick, but can't call him out. Space well from Gaming, who gets that
後期
round.
応援してまう。
Patient, yeah, yeah.
Very, very.
後期応援してまうわ。
Happy to just take a single throw, then just stand there. Let Kane come to him and call him out after
Nice,
that dive kick,
mano.
Logan. You can tell he's ready to play at his own tempo, and Kane will not be phased. Nice anti-air against that attempt on the aerial approach, though.
Nice. It's up for that earlier mistake, but the wake-up
同
buttons
じよう
work
に
out
かぶっ
here.
たのに何か違
For
う。
Gaming.
いや私のは中達ね。
Get himself out the corner and then target combo.
私のは中
Puts
達
him。immediately back.
Nice target
Motto
combo. Four
skide
drinks
ka.
secured. A snowball run for Jamie to be sure as he gets one more throw to finish it off, and that is going to be an equalization. And so,
私のはもっ
four
とskideかね。
drinks doing the job. Nearly 3 bars for Kane here as we go into the final round. Who's going to be the first to the bank?
No.
Nice cancel from Gaming to get that DI reaction, Logan.
うわ
Spent all of the bars
they
as
go.
well. The stinky palm.
Oh, the aura around the ring.
私のは中達ド
As
ン
we
じゃない
get。the pressure towards the corner. Has to use that guillotine chop, but backdashes away from the throw. Gonna go for the SA2 to get himself temporarily to the 4 drinks. Really wants to go for that momentum against Akuma, which he direly needs.
Oh, nice. He's going to make the most of that counter hit.
はいやすぎんか。
Safe jump though. So it's okay, and he mashes the OD. He knows that Gaming's going to try and take his turn.
さあただ
Ooh, jumps away.
もう
Playing
あり
it
ま
safe.
せん
This King
酒
doesn't
が
want to regress too much and get caught out by
酒
him
じゃない
landing
で
in
す
time.
ね。
Jumps over.
やっと
Gets
で
the
すよ。
trade, which at least gives him some damage against the Akuma. But there's the drive rush. Backdashes on the
Mashes
throw
out
once
of-
again.
Oh, yeah. There's the low forward cancel though, and Kane is going to cash out on the first game. And that patient style of Gaming not working out in those last 2 rounds because Kane was happy to just slowly work and pick his way in. As you see Damascus getting ready with his notes there.
Of course, the
Either
goats.
that or he was working on his shopping list.
Man's
Or
got to
when
get
he
himself
gets
some
home
Uber
after the
Eats.
weekend. I know what his Uber Eats is.
Oh, off
Eh?
rip, straight away.
すげえ。
Of course.
Himself an O-tackle.
Oh, couldn't get the confirmation of the record right there, but the parry against the drive reversal is going to amount to nothing as the two of them are squaring
Happy to
up.
trade with that medium kick and the fireball.
なんか
Oh my god, that's going to hurt.
飛んだら絶対飛んでるじゃん。
Jeez, I didn't realize it was going to hurt that much.
The
後期が飛んだ時その時ジェイミーも飛んでいるのだ。
Palm usually the ender when you're in the low drink levels for
Bro,
combos like this.
すごい。
Bakai allows for such good combo routing and damage,
That was
Logan.
35% with no super spend whatsoever. That was okay. Don't buff this character in June. Please don't.
Hey, Sengan would agree with you. He does not want to see Jamie get that love. I know for a
え
fact
ー、
he
うま
doesn't.
いこれ。
Oh, attack on the throw. Kane survives that corner pressure initially. The perfect parries there as well. Looking to aggress against Gaming right now, but he can't find the mark. It's just about that patience. Nice check.
遮断中にしてなかった今。
Next
す
up,
げえ。
talk about damage. Choose to use the level 3. Doesn't need to. The dive kick. The stinky toe straight into the face. Catching that palm.
Okay.
Stinky drunk.
3 bars on either side again. It's all going to be a race to the bank of those resources once more. We'll see who can come out on top as, of course, Kane jumps in, gets caught by the DP this time. Gaming showing he's still confident with that one. Gets the throw to take us back to the mid-screen, catches him with that. Has the cash behind him as well, Logan. Not dead, but a pivotal gamble for Gaming, who is still at pretty much full sticks of life. What's Kane got here?
Nice. Okay. So he goes immediately for the critical art. Is that gonna burn out? I believe it will. There we go.
Right there, massive damage. Drive pushes in.
Bro.
Kane gonna get massive damage to the
これ
Bakai once
つ
again. Trying to close in on
つ
Gaming and capitalize on that opportunity that he's made for himself. Burnout for
け
Akuma as
ど
well.
寄るのが
Kane.
うまい。マジで体育うまい。
The
マジ
hype
で
is
体
there, but
育
we
う
gotta
まい。
survive a little bit longer, Logan, together. But no, really good stuff right there from Kane. He's had some really good callouts with that jumping heavy kick.
全
And
部
it
落とすじ
affords
ゃん。
him a game once more.
Always impressed by air-to-air conversions. It really shows
ジェイミース
fantastic
カイでも体育う
situational
まい人多いよ
awareness
な。
and muscle
まあで
memory
も
as
うまくない
well.
と思う。やってられ
Especially
ない
when
もん。
they're optimized.
Oh, dive kick right there. 2-0 for Kane right now. That
Get
jump
back.
over, nice.
Okay, doesn't back throw. Gets the drinks on board.
Oh, good punish on the palm right there. Nice awareness from Gaming to recover and get in that situation. The throw will take us towards the corner, and that chop shall allow for some massive damage from the counter hit to start things off. Oh, call out the game on that parry. Very close to burnout. And Kane puts himself
out.
in.
Yeah. And gets a drink whilst he's at it. That's going to certainly aid him, but the trade in the air comes off worse. Well, the trade he's beaten in the air. Life kick comes out first. Game in, looking to stop this. This time he doesn't go for the drink after the drive reverse, so he looks to stalk him down, and he's going to get the punish counter on that fireball.
Yep, crouching media punch doing the job, calls him out there again with that dive kick, reading the fact that Gaming didn't have the full opportunity in that combo. So the third drinks there, falling star kick whiffs, and so Gaming has an opportunity, but he doesn't capitalize once more. Kane gets himself to 4, has to fight back now, does Gaming.
理想はできるならやりたい。
The jump in, he's done it again, just like he did against Kusanagi. The dismantling, and it is set point for Kane. Could we see 2 3-0 washes with this Jamie Logan? Oh, they're trying to fight back as this crowd. They're trying to fight back.
If you'd have pressed the button on that jump in, that would have been a solid 50% gone.
100%.
No, only 50.
Nice one there.
Nice wakes up with the OD, gets him off. Spacing again, and he's not respecting the chains.
Counter hit will allow for that one. Goes for the drink, make that 4 once more. Kane looking to close this one out as he has those 3 drinks ready to go. The headbutt into the wreckers, and he will pressure him. And he has the socket.
He's got it, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. And I said, I love a beautiful air-to-air conversion. And that was it. He cashed out. And that is game in, out, as Kane advances to losers semi-final, where he will be facing Sahara. And now we are down to 4. Kane, though, with this Jamie, 2 3-0s back-to-back against some of the best players in Europe.
And like that, I mean, just how on earth do you do it with such convincing fashion? But as the crowd dies down, I do have to say, I need to hear it one more time. That is your hometown hero. That was the Bastion of Brussels in this bracket with a very respectable place. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
One more time.
Much love to him. But Logan, that does mean this bracket comes down to 4 hopefuls who do have an opportunity to qualify for the Esports World Cup. That one spot on the line, and it will be 2 matchups. Winners finals.
対戦中に合計の体力を8000にしてくれっていうコメントはしっかりと見ておりましたからね。
versus Kane, a very strong performance all around.
攻撃使いの配信ですよ、ここは。
When we started this top 8, there were 4 Japanese
乗り込んでますよ、敵陣に。
in the top 8, and now
あなた乗り込んでますよ。
and there's still 3. They're pretty good at these fighting games, right?
Very nice, you could say. They do have a skill level that needs to be talked about.
We have in winners final coming up next, Bonchan Goichi. Goichi, of course, already made it to a grand final this afternoon, making it to the City of the Walls grand final against his training partner, Fenrich.
自分リロードしたら怒る？
But he's going to be going up against
リロードしたら怒るみんな。
has looked really, really strong, hasn't
怒んない。
Yep, really good stuff so far from him. I mean, he really has been in fine form, of course. You saw the 3-0
今なら
before.
セーフ。
And I mean, it was a 3-0 from Bonchan. It is time for an extremely quick commentator swap and a very quick showing of the ads. It has been an absolute pleasure. Logan will stay. I will go. Goodbye. Much love.
See you in a minute. That was great.
ここでできたー。ここでリロードできたー。お母さんターボ入ってるよ。さすがでございます。もう一回入ったらやめれんくなった。帰ってきすぎて。入ったらわかる。みんなも。マジでいいぞ。マジでいいぞ。 きな縁だったかな。なんかその CM っていうか広告がね出なくなる。どの配信でもそう出なくなる。1400ぐらいね。 YouTube プレミアムもいいしターボもいいし。あ、スイッチと iPhone からで違うんだ。
Welcome back to Brussels Challenge 2025. It is time for top 4 of Street Fighter 6. One spot to grab for the Esports World Cup. 3 Japanese players and 1 French player, of course. Kane, their Logan. How are we feeling with this topic?
You know, after these matches, the performance so far of Kane, that Sahara versus Ending Walker match, I'm very, very excited. The game is delivering, isn't it? Street Fighter 6 is doing what it says on the tin. It is very hard, very exciting.
来たー！来たー！頼む！全力出し的。全力出し的。
Now it's time to go to winners final. Bonchan and Goichi, and they're going straight into it.
Straight into it. We don't have time to wait. We want to press buttons. We want to play Bonchan, who is off an absolutely commanding performance over gaming in winners semi-final, and Goichi saying over Sahara, these two are here for the win, and the script might be leaking, but it's actually 0-0. Yes, production on versus Chun-Li. I don't really see this matchup these days because Valmaster is not on Chun-Li anymore, so I don't see Chun-Li anymore.
Who is on Chun-Li anymore?
Goichi. I think that's our answer.
で、ここ打つのね、結構ここ話ポイントないよね。
Some matchups that she doesn't have like the damage output to really bring her back into. She doesn't have the looping strong offense, but she's very, very solid. And I think she does very well against most Shotos, but Bonchan flicking that standing light kick out.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, committed to the drive rush. That was not the greatest decision in this moment in time, and now in the corner. Successful tech from Goichi, going to have to wait there. Immediate drive reversal. Bonchan. A
trade conversion.
削られる。外しめた？正しか飛びか？今の。はい。待って、これ、
Is it gonna kill?
Yes, exactly enough to get that kill.
味。
Goichi clutches the first round.
一ラウンド目からもう体力が持たないこんな。
I still think you should be able to like
持ちません。
perfect parry in burnout.
Yeah.
酸素が。
Only perfect parry.
酸素くれ。
Perfect parry and no slowdown.
酸素くれ。
That would be peak. That would actually, I can get behind this one. Bonchan getting the demon pick, putting the opponent into the corner straight, dumping that meter. All the damage he can get, covers that drive gauge. Big damage, and Goichi already on the back foot.
Nice conversion.
And here is clean as well. Bonchan looking extremely good in this round this time. Absolutely needs that. The second throw is tech. Bonchan going for a lot of throws in the corner, and Goichi keeps teching. Might be time to start implementing that shimmy.
Goichi with a sliver, pixels of life left. Can he bring it back?
1 pixel on the dream.
Bonchan shut me. He said no, my friend.
No, it's not happening.
Brother, no.
No pixel. We're gonna go for the next round. And it's Goichi going for the offense. It's been a battle of momentum between these two.
のプレーもまたかっこいいんだよな。
Bonchan to the corner, but he's fighting his way out now. Mediums on mediums on mediums. No, it wasn't grounded. And Goichi is gonna make the most of it with the 2 bars.
Got to love that conversion as well from Goichi. Gonna put him into the corner. Your delay stance into Hazanshu. He really wanted Bonchan to press the button. Bonchan remains perfectly patient. Life lead on Goichi's side. Great perfect parry. Swatting the fireball like a fly.
空人がテンションを潰す。
Tension is there. Pressure is on. Back to the footsie game, Logan.
100機もね、かなりやりやすいし。
Taking a risk. Goichi does not need to take a risk. Even though he's losing the battle of space right now. Woo!
DP after the button.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
wide hook, re-challenge, and yeah. Both of them really happy to dump that meter as soon as they get an opening. They need to fight for that life lead, and Bonchan is the one in the life lead. Empty jump mid, looking to fish for any kind of counter hit.
Oh, if punish on that, and that would have been around. Might still be.
That is still Bonchan. Solid, patient. Both of these players extremely methodical. Bonchan takes one. 1-0 Bonchan. Yes. Let's go.
Oh, yes, drive rush up kicks. And we block those. Open the drive rush. Goichi going for as much damage as he can. Keeping Bonchan into the corner. And now we wait for Bonchan to try and escape this corner. Maybe Goichi remains on the offensive stance and it works.
Nice. Goichi plays such a good reactive style. You know, he will go in when it's safe to do so, but he backs off. You'll watch him back off and he'll wait. And that gives him so much more mental capacity to react when necessary. So good with the perfect parries, whether it's fireballs or the Adam Flame as well. There's the overhead that's worked for him so many times. He's catching so many people with that.
Absolutely, bro. Drive rush into up kicks is something I always find, very impressive, because doing drive rush into that down input sounds cursed to me. With the DP, it's okay because you're holding forward.
Let's go each play
on a level S.
Sans lever.
I think so, yes.
It's easy then, isn't it?
I mean, true.
Tap tap.
I'm an old stick player.
Oh, shit.
I'm a dinosaur logo.
Oh.
At home,
Shout out to the guys that are still doing it for the dinosaurs.
今結構投げ込んだ好きそうだったのに近いから
Extra buttons.
カウンター射がついた。
Bonchan's for real, for real. Bonchan's playing from the arcades, brother.
うま
Playing the damn game.
I think
い
he's still using the Quamper Obsidian that he won.
でかす
That might be the one, yeah.
It's got the same ball top. It looks about as old as my Quamper Obsidian one.
I just have trouble looking on the right because I see Score's face on Goishi's stick, and I feel like I've done something wrong.
見
So
返られたくない
I'm trying to not get caught slacking. Bonchan keeps his opponent in the corner in the meantime, and one overhead.
うわーいい投げすぎる
One more hit needed,
いい
and
投
that's gonna be
げ
another
すぎ
throw.
る
Bonchan secures the 2-0 lead. And Goichi, he's on stick now, yeah. Goichi on stick with extra buttons, Bonchan on stick with extra buttons. So yes, drive rush down on stick, I respect that.
やべえドキドキする
Trying to like do the hand motion, you do drive rush, and you're already ready to do down. Do you buffer the first down? Or actually do just buffer the down in the drive rush and then press kick?
I don't know.
Could be actually.
I think you got to do it.
I wonder if there's this where you do like forward, down, forward, down.
It has to go back to neutral.
Yeah.
There you go. And again.
これうまいな
That's it. He's been
Let's
very
watch the replay
consistent.
back.
Absolutely. Replay takeover, please.
Inputs.
Inputs activated. I want to see it. High fight. Show me the ways.
ハイファイト呼ばれてる
Let's go. Great perfect parries as well on the fireballs. He's looking good on these
Oh.
buttons.
Asia's little shuffle forward from Bonchanks. He knew that Goichi could sense that Goichi was
Papa.
going to try and back out. Walk speed from Akuma enough. Goichi burns himself out though,
わあ
escaping the corner, but now it's well worth it because he's got all of this stage
めっ
to
ちゃ
work.
打ちなるうわ
Shuffling back on
ー
the
うまい
cobbles of the streets of London.
Totally look like that. I was in London a couple of weeks ago, Logan.
Yeah, I love having a cup of tea with my friends in our top hats outside the pub next to the Steamworks.
Yes. And the Hogwarts Express, like just quick on.
Absolutely.
Average day out there. It's Tuesday, innit? Let's go.
It's definitely what I'll be doing when I get home after my Monday off.
First activity from Logan at home, guys. You heard it here first. Goichi is the one putting the pressure right now, but it's double match point for Bonchan. As we take some time back in the neutral, the demon flip into nothing. He was trying to
Again, the
finish.
ankles. Again, Goichi caught walking back. Has to break out. Big life lead here.
うまい
With punish.
Yes.
Real
う
nooch.
まいな
It's a real street fighter.
First match
Yes,
point
he did.
saved, and Goichi is fighting for his life right now.
Yeah, I know that level 3 is going to get dumped early doors though. Reaction level 2.
Don't mess with Goichi's reactions, of course.
2本ある
Best
なら
to overdo it. Going to get that jump, but
Hasi
simple,
ko
but it's still
bakta.
challenged by Bonchan, right? Keep him away with a stand light punch. And again, the fake demon flip. This time he's gonna get caught. Yeah, Goichi playing that stance in distance game. Opening from Bonchan. Not dumping the meter just yet, despite him
Yeah, I'm
being quite low on
surprised.
drive.
Yeah, he was really low.
ちょっと削りたい削れた
Looking from the next hit, that's okay. He rebuilt a good amount of the drive gauge. Ooh, a bit too risky.
これどうこれ
I think that's dead, Logan.
どうですかいったこれ
Hey,
He's not going to need.
いやめっちゃ
Level 1.
Yep.
ちょっと使っ
We're going for two regardless.
Yeah.
We secure the bag, and the bag is secured. Goichi saving 2 match points, making it 2-1.
た
Still keeping the dream alive of being in grand finals. Winner side, of course. Such a huge position. Remember, there is 1 spot available for Esports World Cup here. So being in grand finals winners is already a huge comfort.
bait something out. Goichi not biting. Oh! Didn't try and punish the jump back. He just walked forward and clipped Bonchan's ankles as he landed.
Goichi is very heavy on the drive, game spending as well. Yeah, seen him in a burnout quite a lot in this match.
Yes. Still playing like it's season
いや
one.
バンド中強すぎバンド中強すぎ
Day one strats.
And now he's just going to
すごいだ
walk around there. He's out of burnout. That's actually a successful burnout.
Block a
management.
bunch of fireballs, it's fine.
Yeah.
いや
So there we go. And
Low
this
forward
time,
a trade and then just press low forward again immediately. He's the day one strats.
yep, when in
ー
doubt,
ナイス
block.
あの
crouch median. Let's go.
Bonchan trying to make it. Goichi flinch and he doesn't.
Now we look at each other. Back to footsies, but whenever this happens, Goichi tends to be the one who walks forward more, who goes back more. Sorry. Eventually gets
Goichi,
that opening.
he does play a very reactive style, right? He's having
Yeah.
to give up a lot more of the stage.
Yeah.
Ah.
And again, getting a bit too predictable with that crouch and medium kick.
Okay.
うまい広い
What he tried to do.
Oh, what's that? Oh no!
わかる
Terrible frame kill, may I say. If we can call that a frame kill. Goichi again in burnout, but you know what? So far he's been in burnout a lot, but I don't think he's really been punished for it.
No.
いや
Went out and spent another 4 bars
Yeah.
immediately. There we go.
There we go. Hey, hey, hey,
あ
hey. That should
Yeah.
be more than enough to get the kill. Look,
It
Goichi.
works for Noah, right?
Yes.
So, you know, it's good
あ
enough
っ
for
ちゅう
Noah.
間に22や
Taking a page out of
Definitely
Noah's
good
book.
enough for Goichi.
Learn from the best.
あっちゅう間に
There we
22
go.
や
And it's 2-2 now.
Just
Bonchan.
don't worry about burnout.
Exactly. Use burnout to control your opponents.
頑張れいいぞ
Offense. 2-all. So Bonchan Logan was on 2-0 with 2 match points. And Goichi built up the biggest reverse sweep after that. Can he complete this one, or will Bonchan adapt to the man? So far, Goichi is
Beautiful.
looking mighty strong.
Version, but there's the back dash, which punishes the throw. Doesn't get out of the corner because Goichi back rolls. And
Okay.
another drive rush up kicks. Tencho input.
He's been very consistent on these. Obviously, in the chat, if you don't know, when you drive rush into an anti-air, the anti-air autocorrects all the time. So even if they're in cross-up, there will
ナ
be
イス
anti-airs.
しのぎ
It's one of the things that Goichi is trying
あ
to take
コパンが
advantage
う
of.
Ah,
ま
And he's got a solid life lead. He's playing the footsie
Definitely
game.
very difficult to just raw drive rush and then like you're gonna get RSI in that wrist, sure.
You've got 2 years to
い
play.
変ない
Just play while you can.
Yeah, you win that EWC
で
prize
も
pot. you
3
can
本には
afford
し
to
た
buy
く
a
ない
new
のよ
wrist.
理由で
Oh, just
Oh
getting
no!
まだだな
clarted by that dive kick. Wasn't even a counter hit. I think it's
うわ
Sidor on red. Goichi decides to bet
Is
on
it
the
going
Hail
to
Mary.
be the biggest reverse sweep here?
Brother, from 2 match points for Bonchan
Bonchan
into
says, hell no.
the opposites. In Goichi's favor.
Oh
my
God.
Great spacing. Bonchan kinda losing track
強いや
of
ば
our
い
own offense right now. And look at this. We're going for east to west. Into the overhead. Oh!
Oh!
You're a father of 2, my friend. It's a bit too hard to counter this. And Goichi is gonna go for the max damage there to confirm the big reverse sweep. Goichi
Makes
will
it
be
into another grand final.
back to back. If you guys were not tuned in back then, Goichi was in grand finals of Fatal Fury, took a break from Fatal Fury, and came for Street Fighter, and his grand finals for Street Fighter. What a day!
It's easy, these fighting
す
games.
げ
It's
え
kind of easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give him some Dragon Ball, he'll win as well.
すごい
Yeah.
な
We do this as well. You know, any game. What an incredibly talented player, man.
Incredible stuff from Goichi. Brings it back from 2-0 down, set point down. And there we go. The sweep. Goichi showing that Chun-Li's still very, very solid, especially into this meta with so many Shotos around.
Yeah, and especially like with Goichi's playstyle, I feel like the character fits him to a T, right? He's just like a character that's that nimble, has the good normals, good way to just control the way you walk. That's exactly how Goichi likes to play in multiple games. And it works well, despite him being known on multiple games to pick what works, right? Goichi is not a character specialist who picks the weird,
Well, we were
fancy
saying that,
character.
weren't we? Like,
Yeah.
it looks very much like
でも
season 1.
更新してた今す
You know,
あ
there
あ
wasn't a lot
あ
on
あ
top of that being done.
配
It was
信
just
してること忘れ
effective
て今
stuff. We've got someone
更
else
新
stepping
して
up now who
た
looks just very effective. They don't really look like they're doing more on top. They're not, showing us a great deal, but it's very clearly effective because they are number 1
そうまだルーダーとある
ranked
から
online in the world right now, and it is Sahara from Japan. who has come out here and competing at I think this is definitely their first event in Europe. I have never seen Sahara play offline.
So as far as my research goes, Sahara went overseas
トナメは
once
ね、
Singapore Super Premier.
ちなみに
I don't think
概要欄の方に
yeah, I don't think he attended Evo.
貼っておりま
And
すの
of
で
course, yeah, the Sahara
気になる
Smash
人がいたら
from the FPS,
Yeah.
general FPS Pro.
あと言ってるところにこちらがトナメ表になりま
And then
す。
casually reaches top 4.
こちらトナメ表です。概要欄を
Beaten
見る必要もありませんでした。こちらでございます。わかりやすいですね。
beat Tachikawa, who had an incredible EWC
ありがとうございます。
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yep.
Good work.
みんなが気になると
It's
ころで
Kane, and we are going back to the bar. Get your
表
drinks in.
You are witnessing the French version of this slogan right now.
Yeah.
That's what you.
So I did. I texted you, didn't I?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
that-
what
that's
are they
why.
chanting?
They are counting kind of the same way you would count at a bar, you know, like for every time Jamie gets a drink. Kane, the last French representative, the last hope.
The last
defend-
European. We're all Europeans now.
Absolutely.
I never voted for it. I wanted to remain.
And we are out there, we enjoy,
Kane-
we're a community
Kane
Logan. And let's go,
って
Kane.
言ってた
There we-
Immediately open.
ねじゃ
and
なく
gets
て
in,
ぬ
goes
ぬ
for
読
the
みなの
first
か
drink.
ケイヌ
And now
Kane
waits
っていう
back
の
to the footsies, looking for maybe
ケイヌさん
a second drink, but it's Sahara with the driver's throw. Sahara trying to enforce.
Oh, nice little delay there, and he
Yeah.
catches him. Wasn't even a counter hit, just
Ooh.
hits him. That was a counter hit though.
Okay. Yeah, double dash. He's not drinking.
Katakana da to.
He's got the one drink. That's all he needs. He's playing the game right now. And watch out for the dive kick. The back dash is gonna get caught. That's a back throw. Unfortunately, watch out.
Oh!
And that is not punished, but counter hit. Whatever button Kane pressed after got clipped.
あるあるあるあるあるあるうわ
That's
ー
it.
それは返
That's
し
it.
ちゃ
You're
うわ
testing his reactions.
Yeah, he
and your
flinched.
reactions worked against you, Kane. Smart
Yeah,
play
それは
from him.
返
And
すわ
Jamie is looking extremely solid. Jamie bottom one, maybe. Never forget. Never forget the narrative you hear
I
online.
need the memento meme. It's a photo of Bolt Strike. Do not believe his
I
lies.
can't believe his life. We love you, Bolstrike, but we don't listen to you anymore. Let's go. Second one, and then the
Hey!
Chili!
Drinks are in.
There we go. We close to a fourth, and he's getting the one that no the drink and the command grab, and I think that should be enough to
Yeah,
kill
め
level
っ
him.
ちゃ合ってるな
Definitely.
ホンマ投げ
A million
すごいな
damage.
Absolutely, 3 drinks and a dream. That is going to be a cinematic finish for Kane to take the first game of this set. He's looking ridiculous. Let's go.
Kane, one of the early successful competitors in Europe in Street Fighter 6, wasn't he?
Yep,
And that was
he
with,
was the first
that was
person
with
challenge
Ken,
champion.
right?
広いうまい
He won the first person challenge on SF6, which was what, like maybe a month after the release of the game.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it was definitely a very early tournament that Ken did well. That's where he found his first, big win. I think that he was chasing for so long on Dragon Ball back then. But he got
Oh, big jump ins.
yes, no drink.
Double
So
dash. Nice,
this-
meaty.
Interesting that Kane's strategy is not really about drinking. It's about like keeping the pressure. He gets
Yeah.
one drink, that's enough.
うわドリンドリン
Oh,
ドリンキン
cheeky.
ナイスとがめだっ
Gets
たね
caught trying to jump out there. Rounded combo. All that went to waste.
Alright, there we go. People patient. Yes, the crouch medium kick into the conversion. You're gonna be there. Gets your drink. And now you wait. Oh, he tried to parry
Nice
but gets
bait.
completely caught. Yeah. Sahara going for the reads on this one.
That's
And
it.
two.
Buttons up minus.
And
And I really noticed that in the last Sahara set against Indian Walker, the counter hits were all over the place.
Okay. Okay,
that-
gets the opening, and that should be enough to kill.
Yeah, it wasn't
He
blocking
wants
correctly.
One bar, is that enough? No, it's not. One more hit needed. One more hit needed. Watch out. Yeah, holds the parry, but Kane is still okay. He still decides to go for the jump in. Go for the pressure, and the dive kick is going to catch Sahara slipping. And there we go. The Jamie is looking extremely strong. Kane looking to continue the sweeps.
ぬって言ってるように聞こえる
Drinks are in.
Of course,
Backs off now.
if you guys are not familiar with
Oh,
Kane,
wow.
he's the 4th place Evo on Dragon Ball Fighters.
うわー、攻めどこがうまい。
Good representing France, and now he's there on Street Fighter 6. Look at this, Jamie, more pressure, bro. He didn't
Nice.
jump fierce into drive rush.
Yeah, a nice interruption there from Sahara, though, catching Kane walking back, and he's converted it into this position. There's the perfect parry. Gonna spend the 2 bars. He's going to spend all 3 of them. No, he wants the kill combo. He's playing very patiently.
やばい、3になった。
Wait.
うますぎにーって。
Oh no!
Oh no, that would have been sick, but he gets the conversion
Not going to be able
regardless.
to get the kill now because he spent those 2 bars. But he does draw out the throw, and in the end, Sahara gets away with that mistake. Not landing that level 2 meant he wasn't able to get the kill off that opening. Gave Kane another chance, but he wasn't able to take it as he was left grabbing thin air. As they both grab thin air, the plus on whiff throw.
Yep. Make him press buttons and punish him for this wonderful. Oh, the
Ready?
anti-air clean now. Sahara is slowly but surely adapting. I don't know how much exposure he got to the Jamie matchup, because obviously he's not a character that's that, popular with a hero or like on the Japanese side of things. So Sahara adapting to Kane slowly but surely, and he knew the read was correct.
There was that one Japanese Jamie who was doing really well in the World Warriors, if you remember.
Yes, I can't remember his name. I think that's the only one that I've seen. Let's see. Kane so far, yeah, gets the crouch medium kick. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Oh!
Okay.
Okay, he's going for this, and watch out, the drive
Stop.
whistle. And that's a good decision. Goes for the first one as well.
Yeah, he just wants the chip.
He's not going to get the chip.
But it
and
doesn't
he
matter
walks
if you walk back and try and get the shimmy because you got counter hit by the low forward from Kane.
Naruo, thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
Do you know what? I knew it was narrow, but I didn't want to say it on the mic and be wrong. So when I'm not certain, I just
That's
be
a nice.
vague.
I like the option select. We
You know what I mean?
That's why chat is there. Shout out to you guys for joining. Of
Thank
course,
you for-
Kane
for
is going
confirming.
in. The first drink is
Because I
there.
hate it when people say things on the microphone with confidence,
Yeah.
and it's nonsense.
Say it's okay to not know. You don't know everything, Logan.
Of course I don't know. it.
Fired. Get me someone else.
When I have my full-time contract to do this as a job, I will certainly memorize everything there is to remember.
Let's go. You are in the corner for now.
Nice,
Watch out,
gets
it's
opened
Kane.
up.
あ
Yep. Yep.
Sorry.
There we go. Sahara covered, of course. Level 1s are not invincible.
And that's why Ed's got some of the best corner pressure in the game, the safest corner pressure in
Yes.
the game, should I say.
Yeah, I think he's got the best throw loop as well, because he nullifies throw loop.
It's not
with
better
the
than
snatcher.
mine. It's not better than mine. Sorry.
No, because he has.
I don't
he
care.
carries no risk.
I don't care.
Nah, I think.
Mine is still better.
Chat, what do you think? I think mine's ridiculous as well. It's just the snatcher is dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like he
It
does
is
a throw loop
definitely-
without taking. the
Is this
risk.
one going to land? It
Okay,
does.
yes.
He does
Hey.
pick it up.
A. Okay. Yeah, the anti-throw, and then we go
He
straight.
said that was nice
to the
damage, bro.
Yeah.
But how about this?
Yeah.
日本のジェイミー、そう、なんか日本のジェイミーの話してるなと思った。
I don't know if I love or if I hate you guys. One of the two.
やばい、これ。
Jamie is there, yeah, double dash, yeah, trying to keep the pressure, doesn't need any more drink.
Ah.
And the opponent
The
right now.
counter hit.
Yes,
He gets
there
the
we go.
conversion, drops the meter into the kill, and Kane closing out another game. And the crowd likes that.
Of course, let's go Kane. The entire crowd making noise for the last EU representative.
Oh, it's great to
He's
have the
representing
auditorium
France.
full up here at Brussels Challenge. A great environment. A fantastic event. If you've not been here before, book it in next year.
Oh, okay. Gets the conversion. Edun! First drink.
他さん英語わかんない。いや、ジャパンとジェイミーだけ聞き取れただけ。あ、今ほら、エドって言ってる。エドなんじゃない前
Edun!
だ。
Yeah, there
I'm
we
there
go,
with
yes.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
overhead.
F-word, I actually
And there we go,
understand
that's
the
the fourth. Let's go. It might be fourth, but we're getting a pub atmosphere, guys, right here. As Ed is keeping the pressure on, but Jamie is on 4 bars, and you know the command grab might come, right? It's the jump. Yeah, that's why he's jumping away. Sahara is scared of this one, and he gets opening. Manages to stop the menace. That is 4 drinks, Jamie.
Sobering up real quick.
Yes.
Back to 0.
Yes.
Time to get around him. Okay, respecting the plus frames. He sits there and takes it. Edun.
Alright, and now we look at each other. He's back
Nice
to put it, but it's preemptive check and it works. Sahara looking for more. Yeah, Kane is just trying to challenge, but Sahara has really slowed down
Wow,
at
see.
mid range. Not
Ooh.
looking to get caught by Kane normals.
That would have been sketchy if he'd have pressed the button on that jump in, but doesn't matter because he gets the opening here from the target combo into the cancel and edit.
うわー、や
There.
ってそうだったけ
Attack
ど。
to block, but
Oh,
like
the confirm off the fierce, and he gets himself some real estate. He's going to get more than that, though. The level 3, he dumps it. Life lead here, but I don't think he's at risk of a single drive rush cancel combo to kill here either. So
ナイス
going on Kane, and he does so, and he levels it up to 2-2.
Alright, Sahara sends us to the final game on this one, and of course the crowd is making noise for Kane. He is the people's champ, he's been the people's champ on all of the games that he played, whether it was Dragon Ball or Street Fighter 6. He loves playing the characters that are underplayed and bring them to a level not many people do. But right now it's
Tries to
Sahara.
press, and he gets checked. Pushed all the way to the corner.
Now we wait. We'll watch out.
回復、回復、回復。
Kane is failing to get
Kane
Easy
is starting
speedy.
to become a little predictable here in his approach.
Yep, Sahara is getting all the right reads right now, and he puts Kane in the corner really quick. Kane not pressing the button.
うまい。
Whenever he
いけ
presses
そ
the
う。
button, it's a counter. He throws Sahara, offers himself 2 match points, and Kane fighting for his life, fighting for his chance at EWC.
Oh!
Buffer moment, buffer moment. Hey, let's go. We
Start
take
out
those.
with a drive rush fierce. You're
ド
going
ラ
all the
ゴ
way to the
ンボール
corner,
や
and
って
I'm
る
getting
人
the
なんだ
drinks in
ケイ
Edu.
ンさん。
Okay,
Nice.
great challenge. There we go. Hey, Dodo. And we
Oh
block those.
my god, the
Hey,
damage.
hey, hey.
使わないのか。
No drink. We keep the meaties.
Yeah.
Oh, the jump
That
was
was
nowhere
counter
to
hit
run.
as well, wasn't guaranteed.
あるあるあるあるあるあるあるある。ちょっと削りたい。来た。
Yeah, a ludicrous.
It's like plus on whiff, man. Always surprising seeds, but got to watch out because right now one clean hit.
I like the
might
early
seal
jump
it.
button.
Yeah, yeah. Just trying to surprise. Another jump. What was that?
Oh, we got blocked low.
I don't think
didn't
Sahara was
block
expecting this at all.
He didn't block low after the drive parry.
All right, Kane gets the opening
get
of course.
clattered by drive rush 5 frame.
The classic. The classic, do it again. He's not checking this, my friend. I can tell you, no one's checking this. And it's time for the throw loop. No, the backdash to get away. Sahara trying to escape.
No!
The corner, and
No!
Kane is over here. It's okay.
Give me that
Scrambles,
2K.
but we're still there.
But
Is he
did he
blocking?
press? He did. He went for the
Oh,
throw.
I cannot believe he went for a roll level 3 Logan. My man is putting everything he's got to try and come back. And right now, Kane is on the back foot. He's in the corner. He's trying to get
Early
this
jump
Come on, I need
again.
to
Get one hit, Kane. Gets the throw. All right, let's go for a bit more. Keeps in the corner.
Nice
Watch out because you burn
The
yourself out.
most biased commentator
Absolutely
at the
not. Never
moment.
been biased in my
Look
life,
at
Logan. Kane is just waiting.
I was just saying
Another
because I
jump is
respect it. He doesn't finish the combo off the punish counter. There he got counter. He ain't gonna convert.
Oh,
Oh my word! Back into the corner
言
you
って
go.
ない。
He's trying his reactions to jump away. Kane is just looking for one thing right now.
Kane's about to come out of burnout and
But
he's
watch out.
there.
No anti-air.
Okay,
Cross up. There
And
we
he
go.
gets the drive rush
Hey,
cancel
hey,
into
hey,
the level 3.
Kane
And we're
with
all
the
going
feet.
to the bar. We're all going to the bar because Kane is going to losers final where he's going to face Bonchan. The party continues, Damascus.
We aren't stopping until the end, brother. Kane keeps the party going, and the entire crowd is standing up, making noise for Kane. Sahara taking 4th place of Brussels Challenge, a performance we have to salute, an absolutely incredible performance. But Kane is looking incredibly clutch. The way he did not let this slip away from his hands. What an incredible match it's been.
Oh, my
Kane
word.
took one of the Japanese down. He's got 2 more to go
惜
through.
しい。
You know, he's got to go through Goichi and Bonchan. Easy.
Easy.
No problem at all.
Easy
No
peasy.
problem at all.
Average day at the office, you know. Like that's pretty much a simple one. Shout out to Kane for
Jamie.
moving forward. It's gonna take a moment before
Ah.
that losers final as Bonchan steps up to the stage right now, and of course you know the crowd is going to be there, you know, cheering for Kane. But the thing is, Kane, remember, right? We've seen Jamie a lot, but Kane
That was
has
a
wide variety
huge
of
result, by the way, for,
Yes.
for Kane because he got sent to losers bracket by Sahara 3-0 top 24. So with a
もんちゃんお
performance
酒飲んだ方がよくね。
impressive stuff from
え、もう
Kane.
リアル
Obviously,
ジェイミーのこと。
adapted and learned from that matchup.
Yeah.
対抗する
Really good composure, I have to say as well. You You know, getting out
4
of that
杯
last
飲んでか
minute.
ら行く ?4
Pinned down in
杯。
the corner. It looked like there was no way out for him as
伝
you know, he was
説
in
やって
burnout.
そ
He
ん
was
な
getting
プロいた
pressured,
ら
but。he managed to wait it out. He got out of the burnout situation.
伝説や。
Yep.
Managed to find an opening, isn't he?
I
Great,
think there
great
was
composure.
definitely a bit of, you know, like shaky moment on Sahara's side at the end, because like there was a couple jumps that he could have potentially anti-aired or countered everything, but you know, that's the heat of the moment, right? It's 3-3, it's last pixel of life, the opponent is burned out, your decision making.
Yeah. And as
is
you
not
say,
the
he
clearest.
hasn't travelled a great deal.
Yeah.
So you know,
Cool,
being in these
Sharon.
environments, I'm sure the Singapore major was a high pressure situation, but he has definitely not played in front of a crowd
Kane-san.
of rowdy Europeans.
Exactly.
Before all
A crowd who
chanting
cheers against
every
you.
single time you
Yeah.
get touched.
Yeah, that is the one. Well, let's see.
I wonder how he'd have fared at like final round or
ジェイミーか
Yes.
ジェイミー
The
か
noisy. Well, let's go. Kane's still alive. Okay, he locks in with
来るの
Jamie,
か
right?
な
That's my
ボン
question.
サーに教えてもらったジェイミーの最強の飛
You've
び
got a great, you know, Ken, Terry, pure taste of like every character.
yeah, I think Jamie does
超
a great job.
超
against
上
all the
空
shows,
残
and
酷
that includes, Akuma.
いやでも体育うまいからな打てないだろ
Let's see then.
He was able to sweep game in 3-0, but that's certainly, as we saw in the winners semi-final, you know, not the same as Bonchan.
Absolutely.
えオキ攻めジャンクを私がやり
Kane
すぎって
versus
怒られ
Bonchan
たや
is
つだ
time
から
for
違う
losers final of Brussels Challenge 2025.
Hello.
And I know everyone is cheering for Kane with all their heart. The one who won Brussels Challenge 2 years ago, looking to reclaim.
ナイスうわーちゃん
Can
と
punish this one.
Plus.
回ってくるタイプだ
Oh,
Dick.
yeah. That's the thing to assert immediately, right? Is your opponent some kind of guy who walks back looking for the throw? Is he pressing
あ
button?
ーその以外だ
Bonchan showing Kane the first option. I am going to walk back in this situation.
バラすね
Kane looking to
Which is
force
funny
Bonchan.
because in the first exchange the other way round, Bonchan immediately clicks with the low forward drive rush.
Yep.
Because Kane looked for that walk back.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3, and then we get the drink. Hey, Dudu.
きたーうわーちょっと足りない
Spent
か
on bar. It's not going to get the kill though.
うまい避け方よ
Over
し
the fireball, but walks into that flicked out standing light kick from Akuma, covers so much range.
Alright, 1 and 2, yeah, we look at each other right now. Bonchan once again remains solid, right? Kane needs to find a way to annoy him, to make him trip. And it's never the easiest thing against an absolute titan like Bonchan.
Yeah, you can't get Bonchan to flap.
No.
No, he's very, very comfortable.
うわーめ
I
っ
think he's one of the guys that you only beat by being better than him.
そうそうそう
Or you
そう
play El Forte in 2015. Shout out to those who know.
Or Armika in 2019.
じゃあげず
Yeah. Couple moments. All the greats.
まあ
Let's go.
持ちにくいです
Alright, let's go.
わあめっちゃ削りに来るね
Nice, burns himself out for the preemptive parry attempt, and now
ま
not going to
す
spend the
ぎ
level 3. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets the
Ooh,
empty
yeah.
jump T low though.
Still not spending anything. He does not want to kill using that meter. He
う
does.
わーもう外してんの見たことないんだけど
I believe.
No, he
No,
needs
he's
a level
not.
1.
いやも
That's okay though. Yeah, you get the chip. Kane, excellent work. Decided to keep his bar and he kept it all the way to the end.
Bonchan kept all of his though.
う頑張
Nice,
れ
opened up, counter hit, low forward drive rush, and he gets the drinks in. Oh, poor spacing on that, and big punish from Bonchan. Cashes out on the
Punish.
25%.
う
Punish with the sweep.
わ今ね届いたら入っ
It's
た
a
んだ
punch,
け
and
ど
that's
な
what he's been fishing for. He's been fishing for that counter hit. Takes the drinks.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
山井さんになりました
It's a third.
来た
Okay.
うわ
I think double drive rush into CA won't hit no good. But that's okay. We take those, my friends. Not entirely sure why Bonchan went for a combo that quite obviously was not the best one there. Had enough for a second, had CA.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No meter was spent at all in that round.
Yeah.
It was really
頑張れ
peculiar.
頑張れ
Yep,
頑張れ
very surprising, but regardless, we take those, Logan. We don't say no. Let's go.
It's really hard for him to get his drinks
いや
in.
足りなかったんじゃない
He can
か
only do it
な
after every
今
combo
の
and every throw.
So
Very
hard.
足りなかったんじゃない
Much
かな
difficulty. Bottom one, baby. Let's go.
ナイス。
Okay. Playing the full game. Yeah, Kane's on the bottom right now. But yeah, good challenge as well. No conversion, but look at the amount of drive gauge that he recovered there.
Let's check there from Bonchan as he catches Kane trying to walk in. Drive rush jab,
ナ
he
イ
can't turn
ス。
back, and that is dead.
This time we done the meter, my friends. This time we spend what we have. Bonchan quickly learns his lesson, and there we go. And of course, you know, every time we'll see the crowd, they'll be like, yes, we here.
I want to know what mobile games he
お
just
すげえ。
played.
よかったー。案外
He catches you.
不利ないんだよな。
That was definitely a wallback shimmery attempt that we hit.
よしよしよしよし。
Kane reading this correctly, and now, oh, okay, he goes all the way to the end.
I'll get the drink in anyway.
Yeah, that's fine, you do. Back to full season now. We look at each other. Yeah, not gonna try to anti-air. This gets the dive kick. Et 2-3.
ナイス。ナイス。
Okay.
Hey!
We get that one. Oh,
That's going to be dead.
Hey.
If he's no, he doesn't
Wow.
want to spend it.
Spend it, and
But
that's-
that's-
I hope you don't regret this, Kane, because in these situations it's often better to get this one. You got
Ah,
this.
you can't take those 3 bars with you into the next game. Unfortunately.
Greedy Kane, and it does not pay off. And that was the lesson to take for game number 1, right? Like Bonchan decided to not spend the meter.
Especially against a character, sorry, a player of this
Yes, yes,
caliber.
yes.
Yeah,
You know.
spend it.
レッツ
You
ゴ
get
ー
the
タ
opening,
イガー。
you're not guaranteed another one.
All right, it's 1-1. Kane gave the charity back to Bonchan. Both of them gave each other the points. And now the first to 3, the first to 2, immediate drive reversal. Kane wants his opponent into the corner.
Yeah, doesn't take the drink after the drive reversal, which he can also drink.
マジした。
Okay, one throw. And the drink. Okay. Hey. Et 2-3. Throw loop. Et 2-4.
So
There we
hard,
go.
it's so difficult.
E-sport, Logan.
It's
E-sport.
so difficult for him to do.
Herbal tea. Family secret preparation. Halal drinks.
Gives him wings,
Yes.
apparently.
実況の人面白い。
As he was looking for last frames there. You've seen Bonchan match DP after the drive rush normal a few times, but not wanting to risk it now.
ナイス。出たんでかいでかい。
Et 2-3. And he gets the 4th one. Yeah, Bonchan stopped, not pressing a button right. Not challenging, but now he's got to deal with level 4 Jamie. And that is definitely one that is hard to deal with.
And
No
he just
crosscuts.
raw jumps out of the corner. Oh my word! What was that?
What is happening
Was he
right now?
going for the
Wait.
punish on that? Sure.
Okay.
Damn it, crouching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
wants to burn
Kezuya-
him out. He wants to burn him out. That's why Bonchan gets away. Walks under the jump, and he's going to get
beats
this
him
one.
To the punch.
And I must say, Logan, every time we see Kane level 4 in this match, he loses the round. It
Yeah,
hasn't been
that's
paying
true.
off.
He really hasn't been able
Oh.
to get the timing down at which Bonchan wants to press buttons because
Yeah.
he's had frame
うます
advantage.
ぎ。
I've seen him get counter hit a number of times.
Okay.
That's it.
And now we drink.
ナイス。
Both are ready for this.
めっちゃ警戒してる無敵。
Oh,
どんどん置き攻めしてな
no,
い。
the big whiff. Watch out, because Bonchan is slowly but surely winning neutral, Logan. He's whiff punishing more moves. And Kane is
Yeah.
thinking a bit right now. What do I
He's
do?
winning
Do I
the
just
scrambles as well.
3本になったね
see。another button that whiffs? That's dangerous.
ナイ
Kane
ス。
really using that jump.
もう置き攻めしてしない。
Some pressure. There we go.
Nice. Oh wow, reset into that,
Hey.
and he's going to dump it this time. There'll be no mistake.
There we go. That should be it,
無
Logan.
理
The
だよ、
critical
それ
arts
は。
to finish this one. And we are going
それは
cinematic.
無理だ。
There we go. Kane clutches it. And Kane remains focused.
いい生き方だったね、
It's just
今。
because, as I pointed out,
あ
Bonchan
れ、
in previous
避ける
sets
人い
has
ない
been
やろ。
really willing to let the OD DP rip
Yeah.
in situations where he's at frame advantage. His opponents were at frame advantage, especially after drive rushes. You see him there
ナイス。
twice. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for
いや、
showing.
今打ち方がマジで
But
う
getting
ま
away
かっ
with the jab into the command grab reset for the kill. Bonchan's definitely not going to let him start taking a bit
What's it?
in that sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Bonchan starting to use some more buttons to try and control
Well, he
the neutral.
committed to looking for the target combo hit.
た。ナイス。
And again, I think Bonchan has been
Yosh,
really good
yosh,
at fishing
yosh,
for these
yosh, yosh.
buttons, right?
yeah, his spacing has been very, very good. He's very rarely giving Kane anything to whiff punish. If anything, it's Kane preemptively pressing buttons and getting counter conversions that way.
Oh, we block those!
Yeah,
Big damage coming up. A.
Double dash for the Oki.
No
Doesn't
drink,
care about the
interesting.
drinks.
Yeah, and remains at 0 drinks as well. That's a very, very interesting decision.
But here we go.
There we go.
きつくなります。
It's okay, 'cause
早すぎ。
he's
早
got
く早すぎ。
multiple other options.
Yada!
So don't worry.
Alright, that overhead has worked every single time. 2-3.
頑張れ
Safe jump. And nor was that. He's just pinned
あり
down.
ありありあり。
I've
あとちょっ
had
と。
enough now, finally.
He's frustrated right now. You can see Bonchan looking for ways to Kane
う
away.
わ
and the
今
trap
もね
and
投げたい
Kane
から
offers himself one match point over the legend that is Bonchan. Can he join Goichi for another full Dragon Ball Fighters finals, Logan?
And what was
Dragon Ball
a
can't stop
silently watching
やだ
Oh,
ーナイ
double drinks.
Yeah,
さすがに
You
ね
got him in though.
Yeah. Oh, we wait, and now we're in the corner.
頼む
This time it doesn't wait.
That
Let's watch out with this bottom usage.
ナイス
ナイスうわしっかり一段の上です高い高いですよ高いですよこれなくなりますからね
I
2
don't
回
think
か
so,
ら
yeah,
普通に
Yeah, he's still out of burnout, but he needs to
Pourquoi?
decide to block or do something. And he decides to do something. And oh, that was the.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Okay.
およし
Yes!
よし
You know what? He just wanted
よ
more
し
time.
よし
Regardless.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the worst punish I've seen in a long time.
Can I show you some of my replays?
Yes, it feels like watching Logan Sama. Prime Logan. You guys don't know, it's dual. Kane could not convert.
It's the dark law.
The advanced.
ナイスいけるぞ
Right, and now it's you guys.
全然いい
That's okay.
ーよくない飲まないでください
Game number 5 between these two. Winner of this game goes to
Here we go.
Goichi.
いいねうわ
Yeah,
Dash.
doesn't go for the drink.
Yeah. Interesting. He's got 2 drinks to be
ーナイ
honest.
ス
That's okay.
あ
Yeah, gonna get the throw.
やめ
Slowing it
て
down. Kane gets caught. Kane with a double dash and
Oh
we block
my
those.
God.
Hey!
うわいいプランいいプランすぎいいプランす
Doesn't kill.
ぎ
But
い
yeah,
い
you
プラン
guys
す
are
ぎ
very cheap.
いい
Excellent
プランやめ
play
て
by
いい
Kane,
プランす
who
ぎ
offers himself 2 more match points.
信
Kane
じよ
and
う
his
信じ
Kane
よう
looking extremely solid
いける
right now, but can he look unstoppable?
Patient defense from Bonchan. Taking the
Nice.
throw. He catches the ankles though. That forward walk speed pushes Kane all the
Nice.
way to the corner and finally baits out the DP.
ね
This is
あ
gonna be a
違う
chunk.
なねえよし
Finish it with a super to burn your opponent out. Smart play by Bonchan. Kane is sitting on that 1 bar though, so he could, but he does not
まあね
either react or does not spend
も
that 1
う
even
やばい泣きそうか
reacting to this
勝ちたい
Bonchan
勝
is
ちたい
quickly
泣き
saving
そう
the
やば
first
い
point. Too much points to save by
もう
Bonchan,
言えない
and we are going to final game, final round. Can Kane keep flying the French flag high? He's moving back, he's looking
Oh
for
my
you.
god, and he was in range for the combo as well. And Bonchan cashes out.
What a conversion from that range as well.
Oh,
Kane moving into the
guys,
corner, gets one of the records. Oh, okay, we drink, we go
Ah.
straight to 4. Temporary, but you know what? Trying to get as much as he can right now. Kane and Bonchan's taking his time, and the jump is going to work in Bonchan's favor. Kane not pressing a button right now, but
ねえ
And the counter
Okay,
hit
全然
conversion.
ナイス
Level 2 starting to wear off.
oh, you can't jump yet. Bonchan
Shall
is adapting to the fact that Kane uses
Yes,
jump
I
as
know.
a defensive option a lot.
ゼロになった
Yeah, that dive
Oh,
kick
no,
threat.
よしよし
Okay, big
お願いなんか伸ばし
Anymore.
Oh, and there we
That is
go.
going to be a valiant effort from Kane. But in the end, Bonchan showing his class, showing his quality, and he was able to adapt, wasn't he, Damascus?
Absolutely, man. Excellent play, but obviously everyone is saying merci Kane, thank you Kane. Listen, he has had an incredible performance. He was extremely close from sending Bonchan out of the tournament. Unfortunately not happening, but you know, all things considered, great performance. Flying the French flag high. You know, we got Claire Obscure, we got Kane. We kind of nice in France these days.
How many
Mais oui.
hours? How many hours you put into that?
Yes. I am a Claire Obscure player now.
Great stuff from Kane. Really sad to not see him advance into that grand finals because I think that would have been, that would have been the storyline that we wanted. And it would have been the hype in the auditorium. But we have a guaranteed GGs coming up. A run back of what was an incredibly close winners final as Goichi awaits Bonchan, taking a little moment to get himself refocused. It was 3-2 to Goichi. Goichi was 2-0 down and he managed to bring it all the way back. So are we going to have another pendulum swing of a grand final between these two?
Yeah, There is a bit more of a data.
イダブシは1枠のは
players,
ず。
so the question is how are they going to approach? It was a very cool game to watch between these two in
1枠しかないはず。
slow paced, very like footsie based and technical. It wasn't like the kind of game where you see that people are drive rushing left, right, and center.
優勝、そう優勝しかない。
Goichi in that kind of environment, that's where he is extra brilliant.
Both of these characters aren't
すげ
really
え試合だったよ。
initiate.
リベンジね、リベンジだ。
All ones anyway. Yeah, so they don't need
He's got
to.
air drive rush.
I guess so. I guess so. Akuma's certainly using a lot more of his fireball to open up, and I guess Chun-Li with her fireball and drive rush behind it. But Goichi's playstyle
ウイ
is
さ
very
ん
much
マジでかっこいいよな。
walk back and poke, counter poke. So this is going to be a much more of a traditional Street Fighter style matchup.
あれさっきと位置が変えてる。変えれるんだ、やっぱスコアさんの位置入れ替えれるんだ。入れ替えれるんだ。
One of them is literally playing a back-to-back grand finals after being second on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves right before he punched his tickets to the Esports World Cup on Fatal Fury. And he could do something that's absolutely unprecedented.
でもリ
Qualify
ラ
to
ックスで
Esports
き
World
そ
Cup on two different games on the same day.
う。でもさ、お互いいいよね。 お互い良くない。
Other genre of esports, would you ever see anything like that happen?
Yeah, it's nothing. That doesn't really happen.
やりにくくないのか
No
な。
fighting games for, but ladies and gents, it's time for grand finals of Brussels Challenge 2025. Make some noise, please. Bonchan versus Goichi. Goichi on the winner side.
ど
Let's go.
っちも頑張れ
Oh,
You missed it. So
yeah, I missed the time.
やめて
You know, shout out to the goat. We got so many Japanese viewers in
exclamation
chat
mark
as well.
fired.
There we go.
That was a big whiff from Goichi, but Bonchan lets him get away with it. Big
いや
life
中断
lead.
やめてください。
Walk up, crouching strong for the counter hit check. Back to the corner. Poking away with these fireballs.
Yeah, Goichi is happy to wait right now. He's got the life lead. And again, right, that's where he excels. He wants to be in a situation where the opponent is desperate, finds a way in. The spacing is correct. Goichi is waiting, gets the drive.
ガードがうまいよ。二人とも。
Trying to initiate, and that might be
これ
that
する
betrays him.
きつめ重視
There we go. Yeah, little shortcoming on the display, guys. Bonchan is in loser, not Goichi indeed.
二人とも壁みたいに防御硬いから。
Bonchan takes the first round after Goichi had a solid lead at the beginning. And now we go, gets a jump into the
Counter
corner.
hit not converted on. Very rare to see from Goichi. There are the Tensho kicks. Overhead block. Nice patient defense that we like to see from Bonchan. He's very comfortable in the corner. It's been 3 games. He's been able to defend from there, but he doesn't block the overhead that time. Catches the wolf back though from Goichi. Pressing buttons after getting hit.
そういう削ったら
Your brain reads.
Ooh,
No conversion.
yep, interesting. Gets the check, but nothing behind. And there we go now.
削った。
Both of them close to burnout, and Goichi goes to burnout first. We've seen him very comfortable in
What?
burnout earlier. And as I say that, Bonchan is
Ito!
going to get his combo into level 3. That should be exactly enough. Or does he have a pixel?
え、これ残る？これ残りそう？おし！
Exactly enough.
Oh,
There we
と
go.
え、でも今
Bonchan takes game number 1 on this grand finals. Remember, he's on
今
the
コア
loser
さん
side.
に発音が甘かった
He's
な
the。one gunning for a
落ちて
reset.
たら、
Let's go.
うんリセットある、リセットある、リセットなかったら。
Spare
なんで
reuse
って
of
な
the
るから
Regal flip. It's a lot more
リセットある
projectile pokes and Goichi's shown that he's very apt at using the level 2 in reaction to fireballs, but hasn't really been showing much else. But there's the footsies that we've been looking for. That 7-frame 04 comes out and punishes
ほら、
Bonchan
コ
on
ン
whip.
様の方に L って書いてる
There's
じゃん。
a third strike. Steals a charge fireball. Goichi respecting it, not trying to interrupt.
Love the
Empty
patience.
demon flip, trying to bait something out, but Goichi doesn't bite. He fights his way out of the corner.
何に
No
当たったん
conversion
だ今の
from Bonchan.
中足は。
Commit. He commits to the ODDP. Gets Goichi off of him.
Oh!
He's been so good at baiting DPs all day in this top 8 as Bonchan.
Yes, sir. Bonchan keeps the pressure on solid on Goichi's side. The tech is
う
successful.
わ
Oh
ー
no!
裏いった
Yeah.
でも
Cheap territory though. Goichi.
波
Great
動
for
から
Goichi because he's able to back out. Has to block.
うおー
Yes.
That was Kikoken missed.
そ
That
う
was
イン
definitely
ター
a
ナート
charge.
にいる人が不公平になっちゃうからね
How do you push that into the
ま
walls?
あ多分
Regardless,
ね
Bonchan takes
ワ
another
ンチャン
round.
ないかも
He's slowly
だ
but surely
けだと
building
思
up
うけど
towards a potential grand
大丈夫。
finals reset.
そうこれが
Wild
ね
dive kick, nice and late.
勝つんよ決勝にナイス確認
To the level 2.
Okay.
Drive gauge attack. There we go.
Dash in is time for the throw loop, Logan. Everyone's favorites. Goichi presses buttons and the challenge works. And now Goichi has got a ton of work to do. He's in burnout. He needs this great perfect parry.
いった
He's still delays.
And he frame trapped him
Yes.
with delayed
お
jab.
ー
I'm not even
gonna get
challenging
the kill.
this. All right. Bonchan
打ち合わせ
taking
をで
the
サ
kill
ッカー
and
ね
Bonchan going up to. I've seen that episode on Netflix before, Logan. A couple hours ago.
中足ガードされた後にオーディシャがあった時あるから
Do you want to skip the recap?
もう体力見て
Go straight to
確
the
認し
episode,
ないと
guys.
いけない
I think I'm familiar with this one. Let's go. Goichi trying. Oh, this
Another
one is making
baited
hay.
Goichi
Goichi has
and there's
played.
a
当
burnout.
たってるリスになった
Yeah, he's playing very relentless in this.
すげえこの
Yeah,
状
there was no
況で
escape there.
Yep.
That is going to be the kill, a checkmate situation from Bonchan looking to speed run this reset. Said you're not coming back this time.
All right, let's go.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is changing the storyline.
See if he can.
Might seem familiar,
飛
but
ん
there's
でる
very significant changes
ノリノ
as
リだ
Bonchan is doing very significant damage here in the corner and Goichi's pinned down. How can he get out?
ノ
He
リノ
can't.
リだ
Alright, and now with the corner on Goichi. How can you come back, man? This.
Oh, he
No,
didn't want to
no,
commit
no,
to the low
no,
forward, and that
no.
would have been his escape roll.
何が起きたんだこれは
What an incredible performance.
中間に
Bonchan with a lightning fast 3-0 over Goichi. And Goichi going straight back to character selects just to take a moment to reconsider, to see what the options are. Of course,
Carajo.
Score's face is pouring him up on
Carajo.
the side of his stick. If you guys are not familiar with Score, one of the SNK legends, he actually won a Samjo this weekend. You know, enters KOF, enters pretty much every SNK game.
うまいですか
Looking at
Mai.
picking next, and I see shades of.
まいと思いきやチュンリーですか
Let's see, is Goichi really going to change? Is he going to go for Chun-Li?
と思いきや
It is
ま
going to go for Chun-Li.
チュンリー
And you know
だ
what,
チュン
Logan,
リーだ
do I give it to you this time?
Please.
Goichi Chun-Li tie. Bonchan Guki. いってみましょう Shout out to Aru, my all-time favorite commentator. I love this guy. I love his intro that I had.
最高の実況や
Japanese
ん
players in grand final. Shout out to absolutely everyone joining us from Japan in the chat. Much love to you, Bonchan. Immediately going to keep that pressure. And
Goichi
he's burned out in
burnt
10 seconds.
It was more than that, bro. Crazy
Ow.
work, Goichi.
え
And as soon as he comes out of space against Bonchan,
ー
arguably with an even worse punish that time than the last set.
All right.
But I'm not sure what's going on
Let's go.
here. Scrappy games, the late
Stop.
delay on the dive kick beats the anti-air option, and once again Goichi is going to have to start paying rent in this corner. He spent so much time here.
Okay.
Yo!
うん
A hard read.
That
Pays off.
Let's go. Sending it all the way, and now we get the throws.
まだやな
Now the pressure is on. Yeah, Bonchan still makes it work. He's got bars. He burns himself out, but as long as he's on the offense, that's all right. Keeps the distance.
もうそも玉抜けも前からあでもチュンリーのきついからさすがに
But one single hit
うわ
confirm
ーあでもこれは
Goichi's
うわ
gonna need to spend a level 2 surely.
まあまあ
Yes.
Yeah, just making sure. It's Akuma, but you need to make sure that the combo kills. Goichi taking the round, and now we're looking for maybe the first point on the board for Goichi in his grand finals. Definitely needed for his own confidence. Now it's pressure.
めっちゃ多い
Picking himself up to the corner.
腰
And
い
that is
ける
definitely his play
す
style.
ごっわあう
There
まい
you go, and that's why he plays like that.
使ったら絶対
Reactive
飛んでくる
break
やん
with punishes. As of yet, Bonchan hasn't really
あり
given
が
him
と
a
う
lot to with
ごめん
punish. He's been very on point with the spacing. few and far between have the mistakes been
ジ
there.
ャスパーめっちゃうまかった。
We'll take that
うわー、す
confirm.
げえ。
We got those. We got those. There we go.
はい。
Try
はい。
1, 2, 3, 4. Double dash into the throw. Goichi looking a bit more solid. He needs one clean opening to close this round, but of course, Bonchan sitting
Oh
with the
my
back
God.
Yes, the
使
classic.
う。
Into
Less
level
time.
No! I'm surprised he didn't go for that level 3 to get that drive gauge
Yeah,
back, but
because
instead,
if he gets clipped,
う
he's dead.
まい。ダブ
that's
ルキル
exactly
伸ば
why
しとい
Logan
た。
did not go for anything like this, because he's gonna get the ball.
すごすぎ
The
る。
combo on this,
すごす
Bonchan
ぎ
with
る。
the
これだ。
perfect meter management stops Goichi from even dreaming at scoring a point in his grand final. That is technically 4
Yeah, we've seen Goichi be very, very on point with his level 2 reaction supers to projectiles, but Bonchan reminded him he's got one of his own at that range.
Let's go. Bonchan looks like he entered the
うわ、
zone,
う
but
まい。
there
も
we
う
go. He
絶
opened
対。
straight with the footsies.
The thing with Chun-Li is as well, she
Stop.
doesn't do enough
Yeah,
damage
go ahead.
to be able to only
So,
rely
yeah.
on these handful of whiff punish she's going to get. So you do need to be instigating. You do need to be on the offense as well.
There we go. Good conversion. Yeah, Goichi getting a much better round this time. Hey, that should be exactly enough. He has to get the kill. Goichi with a very dominant round. But he needs to keep hitting his stride right now. Doesn't really have
Nice
much
air to
more.
air. I like
う
that.
ま。
Second time he goes for this.
いやー、貯めたけどな
Oh!
ー。浮きでね、ハドンタイミング変えないといけないからむずいんだよ、これ。
And the neutral rages. Oh! From this range? I thought he was
And
slightly
he's
out
still
of
got
range.
the pickup
Yeah.
as well.
ただ、
But
ゲー
Goichi
ジ
is
が
close to a big
ミリ。
burnout right now. You can see Bonchan trying to make it
うわ
work. I burned myself out. Shout out to Sengen. I am the owner of my fate. I'm not blocking you. I'm using my meter. Stand is blocked, yep, because normal has Danshu and not the OD one. Another
うわ、
one.
すげえの、ハ
Bonchan
ザー
is
シュが。
looking for the perfect parry, so Goichi has to be mindful.
といいな。
Logan, this simple. I'm not sure what the counter it was. Bonchan pressed the button there. At a range or you not?
So it was a
うん
button
追
button
突、
as well at the start
追
of the fireball.
突来るかなって思ってたかもしれない。
Interesting.
Goichi becoming a little bit more
Shagachu
proactive, and I like that
Takara.
because he needs to start controlling this neutral a little bit more. Now, the fireball game is certainly for Akuma here. The speed of his fireball, the variations that you have on his fireball as well certainly make this for him. And you can't just play this walk yourself back to the corner and hope you're going to whiff punish a low forward game. You need to start walking in and checking with these light punches. A bit more of that from Goichi has certainly been very welcome here. The proactive style.
Alright, immediately opens on the offensive. Bonchan wants to reclaim the momentum ASAP.
うわ
Goichi
ー
backs himself up into the corner.
What?
And another baited reversal.
Yep, that's something that happens a lot in this match.
も
Oh,
う
you know what?
Oh!
If it doesn't work, I'll do it again until it does.
It's like the
もんだ
Dunning-Kruger
ぞー。
Yes.
smashing
うわ
DP 6 DP in a
ー
row. They will never expect it this time. What a
Great
check.
Yeah,
Nice.
Starlight as well and gets a bit more after,
Not
but
sure why he cancelled into that.
yeah.
That only links on.
Ooh, stops Goichi from even attempting this one. The
Made
cross
it.
medium kick whiffs, and Goichi
Bonchan
needs to
just
get
not.
out.
Sorry, Goichi just not looking
危
comfortable.
ない。
Backing off, backing off.
Yeah, he's walking back a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's been
And
no
like
approach.
miles away as well, not
Yeah.
even remotely close.
Yeah, don't really look backing himself up to the corner.
Because it
despite-
doesn't look like he's playing in a, like, I want to go outside of this.
うわ
And there we go.
Very interesting approach. It's not paying off for him. There we go.
Goichi moving forward, yeah. That's definitely a difficult one, but
ーあっちゅう間に
he at least gets some momentum. Yeah, the stance, and now he got some pressure a bit on Logan. Can Bonchan escape that corner now?
うわー、強えー。強え
So kicks to finish it off, and that was again a more proactive round. Started to impose himself on the space of Bonchan.
Alright, but now a very important round to get the 2-1, to get one step closer from the big versus challenge victory.
Stalking that walk speed, vastly outstripping the back walk speed of Chun-Li.
Oh
ー。
no,
本当本当
Everyone's favorite.
yes.
It's what's for breakfast.
Oh no. He's getting outplayed, Logan. Oh no, Bonchan is playing better. We wait. Goichi is happy to attack and watch right into the overhead. Wait.
Not commit to your fate. You know, it's all well and good getting thrown repeatedly to death if you're choosing specifically to take the throw.
Yeah, and that's what Goichi chose.
You believe that there will be.
Yeah!
But you've got to wait for your openings and take it. Oh, no!
That could have been the round for Goichi, but instead of confirming that crouch medium, he decided.
Clapping his hands, he was happy with himself there.
Heartbreaker. Absolute heartbreaker on Goichi's side, but that's okay. He's still locked in. He knows that he's there. The gamer lean is active, Logan.
Absolutely.
Posture is cringe.
Cute.
All games are good.
You get nothing for second place in this qualifier, unfortunately. It's only first place going to EWC, so he has to win.
Alright, took a risk, throw loops. Look, fake throw loops, Logan.
めっちゃ飛ばすな。
Look.
She's just got a walk forward jab that you have to respect.
Oh,
okay.
That actually
win
clean, like no trade?
Yeah, because
interesting.
He rocked back, didn't he? So then some mad start up on that as well.
Alright, Goichi with another Hazanshu, but this time it's going to be blocked on the OD1, yes. Being cleanly punished by Bonchan. Bonchan putting him into the corner. Nice!
He waited patiently there, and Bonchan made the gamble that Goichi was going to walk forward or press something early.
Looking like Becky whiff, and he did whiff, and he
うますぎ、そこ見るんですかい。
the air to Rego to watch out. Goichi looking
残る。
the OD spinning bird, and now you're in the corner.
We'll do it! Wake up level 2!
運べれば。でも破産手
Make you work for
好き
this.
せざるを得ない。
Don't walk back too much. You're on 0 bars. You know what might happen if you get close to the corner?
I swear he just did that before the Zanchu even came out.
And that
I need
kills
a
Logan.
VAR check on that because it like he
Yes.
preemptively did that DI.
Yeah, Goichi decided to go
Yes.
for a very risky approach, but right now it's Bonchan on tournament point. Bonchan one round away from qualifying. Oh my
Nice.
god, again, these have
Yes.
immaculate all evening long, guys. The drive rush into up kicks. And now Goichi, look at how
攻めたいけど。うわー、
Oh,
ど
the
う
big
した
tap in. Over the Kikoken.
do you escape this?
Once again, Goichi in familiar territory, the corner.
Clean conversion as well. Bonchan keeping this. He's trying to snipe that shimmy. Goichi in the corner now. Yeah, I guess the parry at least to get the drive cage back.
Bonchan
もう
always
すぐ。
making
Oh!
assumptions that Goichi's going to walk back, and he's going to be walking all the way out of the tournament. Bonchan books his ticket to the Esports World Cup, coming back from losers bracket after dropping multiple tournament points. So multiple set points in winners final at 2-0 up. It looked like it wasn't going to happen for him.
すげ
Speed
ー
ran through that first set in grand finals. And he was dominant against Goichi, who was so passive, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think like maybe that's the like, very passive approach initially, and even in the second part, like walks back, tries to take some time against him. And the unfortunate reality of the day is that Goichi got second twice, which is great, but
Well,
マ
it's
ジで
okay in Fatal Fury because you still
you
get to
the
qualify.
But
Only
here,
one qualification spot here for Street
Machi
Fighter 6. It
de?
would have been if Goichi had managed to
Machi
qualify
de?
2 games on the same day within
Machi
the space of 4
desu ka?
hours. But it's Bonchan that is going to be going
かわいい。
to the World Cup representing Crazy Raccoons once again.
おめでとうござい
He
ま
was
す。
dominant pretty much the whole way through, a beatdown of gaming in the
Many
first
times
one,
I
the
was
semi-final. It looked like it was going to be a dominant
scared.
winner's final as well, and he just powered through that grand final as well, didn't he, Bonchan?
absolutely, like the early start of like that grand finals was absolutely.
はあ、マジ
He
か
at
よ
least found some adjustments. Despite the adjustments, the fact that he
Machi
decided to take a very passive approach against Bonchan, who tends to not even be that active, right?
He just
Like,
didn't give him hardly anything to whiff punish as well. There was a handful of low forwards, and you're going to whiff punish that with a low forward starter, which, you know, incurs its own scaling anyway, so the damage output
最高や。
is not massive. Meanwhile, Akuma can clip you with a counter hit forward fierce and link off of that. He was catching him with all manner of things. And his reads were great.
最高や。
I don't remember more than a handful of reversals hitting from Goichi, and I remember at least half a dozen baited into big damage.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
one that was baited into no damage at all.
マジか。うわー、マジか
All of our top 8, of course.
マジか
And exciting.
マジ
You
か
know, weekend
マ
at
ジか
Brussels
マジか
Challenge.
ゆいすごい
It's
すごい
always
すごい
Brussels,
すごい
if
す
you
ご
can
い
get to Brussels, you should definitely get there. You know, great vibes, great tournament.
やべ
This was all PC, all first to three. You know, setups on point. You know,
Come to Europe, come to our majors. They're all enjoyable. The community's fantastic. This crowd's been great as well. Thank you so much, everybody here. But it is almost time now to throw it over to the stage where J3 is awaiting our top finishing players to award them their Brussels Challenge trophies. Thank you very much for joining myself in Damascus. Let's head it over to the stage where J3 is awaiting.
Thank you so much, Damascus and Logan. Before we get into the prizing ceremony, please, can I get a massive round of applause for the Street Fighter 6 top 8 contenders? In our third place, he tried to hold it down for Europe. Make some noise for Kane!
クイーンさんしっかりとヘイさん部屋戻ったら配信するでしょ、王様。しないかな。
Holding it down for Europe. Coming in at second place, hailing from Japan. Make some noise for Goichi!
ちょっと、ここでですか？あ、およしよしよしよし。およしよしよしよし。よしよしよし。こいつさん、マジですごいよな。恒例のリュック。
His demonic presence allowed him to stamp his ticket to EWC. Ladies, gentlemen, your champion for Brussels Challenge 2025 Street Fighter 6. Make some noise for Bone Chen!
みんな、クラッカー、クラッカー。クラッカー、クラッカー。すげー
One more time, put your hands together for the Brussels Challenge champion, Bone Chen!
あー、おめでとうございます。かっこ汚れのなんか、縦っていうのかな。縦めっちゃかっこよ。なんか、試合の、すげえマジで、クオリティが。
Bone Chen, well, we have you here. You flew all the way from Japan here to Belgium. You stamped your ticket to the Esports World Cup. How does it feel to get that ticket?
So many.
ちょっとマイクが。
取りに来て、取れて嬉しいです。Extremely happy he's been able to get the EWC ticket.
Once again, your top 3 for Brussels Challenge 2025 Street Fighter 6. But before we go, throw it back to the casters. There's one more person that we need to hear. CCL, your thoughts on this amazing Brussels Challenge 2025.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you!
I hope you had fun.
今のインタビューおもろ。
Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you next year.
Thank you!
One more time, round of applause for Brussels Challenge Street Fighter 6. Gonna throw it back to our casters to close out the stream. Thank you so much for being here. See you next year.
So much, guys. Of course, no, we need to give it up to
you
some
so much,
guys.
Younes.
Yes, that's
CCL.
Younes, aka CCL, you know, former Street Fighter player. Now, Tio, he is the
英語でってなっちゃうよね。
So much effort. And of
Yeah.
course, you guys who joined us this weekend could see the effort on the stream.
めっちゃおもろい、それ。
The issues yesterday. For today was absolutely insane. And
なるだろう
everyone,
け
you
ど。
know, the entire team for bringing their A game for the event. You know, yourself, Logo, all the commentators, the French commentators as well, who are over on the TBF channel, and of course all of the people, you know, whether they're joining on the stream or in person.
わー、マジ
Especially the people that joined us in person as well. The
嬉しい。
crowd has been fantastic. The
本
energy in this
当
auditorium has been great. But the vibes downstairs in the open play
優
tournament
勝
areas
マ
have been
ジ
fantastic as well. Wonderful community spirit here in Europe. Once again, a beautiful offline event and Brussels Challenge. It's just a great way to start the offline major season every year, isn't it?
Absolutely love it. You know, shout out to everyone for joining. This
え、
will close Brussels
え、
Challenge.
なんか
Big GGs
す
to
げ
Bonchan.
え。
I
マ
appreciate
ジ
you all. We'll be back on
あ、
Brussels for more events.
バイ
And
バイ
until
し
then,
て
guys,
る。
stay safe, have fun on Friday games, press buttons.
See you at Combo Breaker next weekend. Bye!
バイー。Thank you! Thank you! GG! コンボブレーカーネクストウィークエンド。ナイスー。終わった。終わりか。Thank you for joining all weekend. でめ。いやー、マジなんマジなん、優勝すごい、噛み締めれる、まだ。やばい、マジか、嬉しい、すごーい。ほんまですか？どうでしょう、いや、みんな見てくれてありがとう。本当に、こちらこそ本当にありがとう。こちらこそ本当にありがとう。本当にありがとう、みんな。マジかー！マジかー！優勝すごすぎるぞー！すごすぎるけど、本当に。なんか、ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。これ訂正をしててもレイドされるんだね。レイドやね、多分。赤犬さんに多分レイドされた。赤犬さんに。待って。マジか。ごめん、ずっと同じこと言うけど、マジですごい。すごい。本当にすごい。本当にすごい。マジですごい。本当にすごい。マジですごい。本当にすごい。もうこっからもうずっとこれしか言えない。本当にすごい。マジですごい。マジです。優勝。すげえ。マジかよ。 マジかよ。嬉しい。嬉しい。嬉しい。じゃあ、立川さんがおごるのかな？逆に。いや。モン様おごるか。さすがに。ビール、きっと。モン様がきっとおごるか。すごい。いや、てか、試合がさ、めっちゃスピーディーでさ、見るのめっちゃ面白かった。スピーディーだし。試合のさ、内容がさ、すごすぎて、全部。うわぁ。マジか、嬉しい。うわぁ、マジか、嬉しい、ほんとに、マジか。どうするみんなもう。どうする？優勝したんだけど、ボン様も。ボン様、すごくない？ケーキ買う？ケーキ。いや、ケーキ買うかどうかに決まってるやろ、祝いの。さすがに寝る？あ、はい。ラーメンやな。風呂入って寝ます。いや、私はもう、風呂を済ましてるから。いやー。こんないい一日があるんですかね。余韻がすごい。一緒に見れて最高でした。いや、ありがとうございます。こちらこそ面白かった。本当にみんなありがとう。おめでとうございます。ボン様もう本当に。EWC よ。EWC はいつあるの？チナ。決まってるの？アメリカで次の大会、コンボブレーカーね。8月の、いつかは、謎なんか。8月 21？ へー。日程出てる？あ、そうなんだ。21から23。そうな。それ応援するやろ。いけそう。21。いける。今年の夏は暑くなりそう。なーにそのかっこいいコメント。なーにそれ。今年の夏は暑くなりそうだぜ。そういうこと？なーにさん、ちょっと、いいコメントして。なーに？暑くなるぜ。今年の夏は。決まってんだろ。暑くなるって。今年暑いよ。熱々でいこうってー。熱々で。ほっほっほっほ。ほっほっほっほ。あちちあちち。あちちあちち。あちちあちちあちち。あー。優勝かー。すごいな。 あっちなあっちな夏なあっちなあっちな夏あっちわーい。あと5時間これやろう。普通に視聴者1人とかになってるよ。物好きしかおらんくなる。そんな。へえ。わー、嬉しい配信でも終わろうかな。わー、でも嬉しい。もう寝る時間だよ。私、最近ちゃんとさ、昨日はちょっと遅かったけど、早めに寝てるけどさ、わー、嬉しいなー。もうね、寝る時間だよ、でもみんな。大丈夫？みんな寝る時間だよ。もう4時だよ。おい、みんな、4時だよ。おい。4時だよー。眠くないの？わかんない。考えたこともなかった。嬉しい。考えてなかった。今からマイクラやるべ。優勝おめでとうって城作る？おめでとう城。おめでとう城作る？マイクラで。はははは。夜通し。意味わからん。虎の像を作る？おめでとうを作る？ジャスティスキャッスル。ジャスティスキャッスル。作り始めて1時間くらいで後悔する。もう、ちょっと、なんかノリで始めたらいいもの全然終わらんみたいなね。やべえなんか買おうした。やべえ、買い物しよう。ケーキ買おうよ、みんな。ケーキ買おう？うわ。私、今日いろいろ食べ物用意してきたんだ。見てるときに食べようと思って。でも全部の試合すごすぎてなんも食べてない。なーにも食べてないかった。配信する前に納豆巻き食べただけ。ねえ。わかる？ねえ。なにジャパン、やばい、英語、ごめんかった。ね、お菓子買ってきたんだよ、今日。チョコと、ワッフルとおつまみ買ってきたんだよ。優勝やで。やばい、同じことしか喋れない。どうしよう。でも寝る時間だ。どうしよう。寝ようかな。寝ようかな。寝ようか、みんな。寝ようか。いやー、嬉しい。頑張ろう、みんな。みんな頑張ろうぜ。みんな頑張ろう。じゃあな。 喋ってんのにマイク入ってないや。うざいって言われたからさ、なんか終わり方がうざいって言われたから、なんか終わり方がうざいって言われたから、綺麗に終わりましょうかって言って帰ってきたから。それでは、配信を終わります。面白い。とても、楽しかったです。よかった。楽しかったです。ほんと、ミラー許可も、ありがとうございます。では、綺麗に、終わります。みんなも頑張りましょう。私も頑張ります。これ、いたこの時間。おやすみ。